ディスコエリシオンやっていきたいと思います。最初からアーキタイプを選択。なるほど。なんかこのゲームだいぶRPG、本当の意味での RPG 色が強いらしくて、で自由度もすごい高いらしいんですよね。なんかいろんな展開が起きるらしくて、なんでこういうあれか、知性、精神、肉体、運動能力か。なるほど、この4つのパラメーターのあれでなんか展開とか選択肢とかが変わったりするらしいんで、どうしようかな。まあ、自分だけのあれか、自分でパラメータ振ることも可能ってことかな。まあ、とりあえずこの3つの中から選ぶか。思想家、運動能力と知性が高いか。この黒字は何だろう。関係ないか。知性と運動能力が高い、肉体と精神が高い、知性が低い、知性1しかないか。あ、でもあれか、こっちもこっちも両方知性1しかないのか。非常に荒っぽい。拳で世界と対話する。仕事はできるが、とてつもなくバカ。とてつもなくバカはすごいよな。まあ、思想家が結構、バランス良いかと言われると、でも精神が1だしな。まあ、そう言われると、全部バランスは良くはないか。神経質あたりにしてみるか。物事を心理で捉える、人を引きつける魅力を持つが不安定。正気を失う危険性あり。かなり不穏な文字が書いてるけど、まあ、とてつもなくバカと、探偵のくせに人付き合いが苦手はちょっとまずいんじゃないかって思うし、まあ、正気を失う危険性ありもだいぶまずいけど。まあ、神経質でいきましょうか。OK。いや、ずっと気になってたタイトルではあるんですよ、このゲーム。激しい怒りは鏡の中に住んでいる。澄み切った水でも深すぎれば溺れ死ぬものだ。始める。
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
これ英語のフルボイスなのかな。なんかオプションで日本語にした気するけど、この辺は日本語は入ってないのかな。古代爬虫類の底には何もない生温かい原始の闇があるだけだ。お前の意識はその中で発光していく。それは麦の穂先の一粒にも満たぬほど小さい。お前はもう何もしなくていい。なんだろう。
Ever.
この先ずっと。
Never. Ever.
なるほど。選択肢か、ここで。まあ、この選択肢はどう影響するかは分からんけど、とりあえず何も分からないんで、この先ずっと永遠に非存在のままでいる。非存在のままでいる。2番選んでみるか。
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
性格診断みたいなものかな。途方もない時間が過ぎる。そこに闘争は一つとしてない。別れた妻たちも存在しない。最高だ。もっとくれ。その別れたなんとかってのは何のことだ。なるほど。じゃあもっとくれ。
You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing.
分かった、愛しの兄弟。無に無を重ね、さらなる無を。無が好きだ。その甘美なボーガをもっと味わわせろ。全く意味がわからんけど、まあとりあえず選んでみるか。
Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
はい、ただいまよどみない道が。アロンジー、行こう、出発だ。今すぐ降りたい。痛みに輝く光と、俺に何かを与えることを拒む連中に要求することが好きなんだ。わかんない。
Do you really?
ウブなやつはもちろん本当じゃない。永遠の果てまで漆黒の闇を旅したに決まってる。本当だ、もう降りる。全くわからんな。
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there.
変力体
Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself. Got a bit carried away, did we, chef?
とりあえず全く意味がわからんことが分かった。次にする。
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
内陸抵抗簡単成功。何これ？成功簡単8 VS 合計12。全く意味がわからんぞ。恐怖と不安、外に何があるのかまずはお尋ねになるべきかと。待って、俺をこんな状態にしたのは自分だってのか。教えてくれ、何が待っている。知るか、俺はバカ野郎だ。勇敢なバカ野郎だ。教えてくれ、何が待っている。
There's this giant ball there. And evil apes. And evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out
そ
on
の
a
球の
giant
大きさは。
ball. You can't even make out it's a ball when you're juking it out. It's that large.
全く質問の意図がわからんけど、とりあえず答えていくか。
Infinitesimally small. Vying for resources is just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face. Or you.
悲しいな。
Yes, it is.
そうさ、そしてお前ははるか
And you
昔その
drowned in
悲し
that
みに溺れてる。
sadness a long time ago.
溺れるどういう意味だ。
You lost.
お前は負けたんだ。目を開ける。全く意味がわからんかったな。お、パンツ一丁。ようやく始まった。ふ、おう。始まった。で、ポイントクリックゲーなのかな多分。とりあえず服着ますか。ほうほう。ディスコ狂いのブレザー。ああ、来た。パンツ。はい。ああ、よしよしよし。とりあえずこれで見られても大丈夫な格好になったか。タブキー長押してハイライト。ああ、なるほど。調べられるポイントがってことかな。なんかフラフラしてるな。酔ってるのか。二日酔いか。
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
窓の外を見る視覚計算簡単級。ああ、スキルチェックか。ほー。五分五分 42% か。はいはいはい。やってみるか。
What do you mean?
チェック
Assess
失
the
敗。
damage. How would you do that? What are you even trying to do?
視覚計算にこのスキルポイントを振ればこのホワイトスキルチェックに挑戦できる。なるほど。損害を鑑識するというのはどういう意味だ。どうやればいい。一体お前は何をしようとしている。なるほど。ちょっとよくわかんないな。
The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings.
なるほど。これボイスはあれか。日本語にはならないのか。ボイスは英語オンリーか。さすがに。なるほど。OK。空っぽのコモドールレッドの OB。酒瓶かな。すごい荒れた家だな。曲の再生中に誰かがテープを引き抜いた。このオープンリール式テーププレイヤーはまだ電源が入っているが、テープが装着されないまま回転している。
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
知覚聴覚。チャリーンと金属の鳴る音が聞こえる。お前のフレアカットのパンツのポケットに鍵が入ってるだ。はいはいはい。
It says whirling in rags on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring.
一号
The
室。
number 1 is etched on it.
なるほど。
It should open the door.
これが部屋のドアの鍵だろう。はいはい。 まあ、鍵がポケットのパンツに入っていたと。まあ、それ自体は別に普通か。なんら。変なことはない。かなり、荒れた生活してんのかなこの人は。バスタブの中にワイン、ビール、甘いリキュールの瓶がある。あー、なるほど。これはシャツか。あ、そうか、今。素肌にジャケット着てたんか。ここは鏡
A
か。
mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy,
蛇口を
someone
半
has
分
ripped
ちぎれて
half
い
the
る。
faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base, and steam covers the mirror.
うんうんうん
You cannot see yourself. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
自分の顔を一切思い出せないことに、もうすでに記憶喪失なんだね、やっぱり。本当に何も鏡を拭く。冗談じゃない。鏡なんか見ないぞ。後ずさる。なるほど。ちょっと本当に何も。
Really, all recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking.
鏡を拭く。
As you slowly reach your hand toward abort, you clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
おやめください。軽はずみな行動は慎むべきです。そこに映るものをあなたがお気に召すはずがない。そして一つは見てしまえばなかったことにはできないのです。内陸帝国ってなんだろうね。簡単成功。スキルチェックか、これも。見ない方がいいのかな。まあ、これずっと気になってんだよな。自分の顔だと思うんだけど、顔が認識できてないよな、今。先に顔触ってみるか。
Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it. Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
なんだこのゲーム。
Bet you are. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It
Oh,
hurts
oh.
when you honk it.
はいはいはい
It doesn't. It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your. Don't be scared. It's only your face. It's
鏡が
not
喋っ
like
てきてる
anyone's
しな。
going to see it. Behold.
お、とくと見よ。これが自分の顔。なるほど。
You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
お前はこれが誰なのか全くわからない。違うか。うん、わかんない。まあ、記憶喪失だから自分の顔にすら見覚えがないということかな。神様お助け。これは一体何だ。もちろん誰かは分かっている。これアルコール依存症末期の顔だ。
Too late. You clearly have
末期どころ
rigor mortis
か
on
手
your
遅れ。
face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face?
俺の意思じゃない。顔は勝手に表情を作っている。どうしてこんな表情なのか分からない。ただこういう表情なんだ。
Please stop. It's horrible.
やめてくれ。
You're scaring yourself.
おーほうほうほう。表情消してみる。
Oh my god. You can't stop.
やめられない。
It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face and now it won't come off.
ずっとその笑顔を顔に貼り付けたまま生きてきたから剥がせなくなった。おー、なるほど。
What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
これはどういう質問っていうかあれなんだろう。話の都合上必要なあれなのか、会話なのか。相手に対する同情を遠回しに伝えている。4番で。
There might have been
お、スキル
10
チェッ
years ago. It's little more than a cadaverous spasm
ク。
now.
百科事典手強い13。この表情の源を探るために心の奥底に潜り込む 3%。無理そう。3% 無理そう。なるほど。まあ 3% は失敗するだろうから、やめた方がいいのかな。ちょっとやってみるか、でも。66が出れば常に勝つやから、まあ、勝てないわけでは絶対ないんだな。やってみるか。はい。
Like the rest of you,
ダメ
it
か。
comes from a bad place somewhere
で、
in
ロ
the
ックされちゃ
past.
うと。
That's all you know for now.
百科事典にスキルポイントを振れば、このホワイトスキル。 あれか。この百科事典とかっていうのはスキルの名前か。電気科学とか。まあ、再挑戦はできるけど、スキルポイントを振らないとダメっていうゲームシステムか。なるほど。じゃあもう一応置いとくか。鏡と対話して、よくわからないことがまた分かったけども。You talk me みたいな感じかな。タクシードライバー的な。とりあえずもう部屋、なんかあるな。ずっとフラフラしてるけど。靴か。はいはいはい。これで身なりは整ったわ。外出てみるか。出て、おお。なんかいい感じのアパート。あ、人がいる。3月。今は51年だ。51年 ?1951 年かな ?2051 年かな。
Hello, officer.
こんにちは、オフィサー。
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
クラーシェ、ミスオランイエディスコダンサー。んオランイエディスコダンサー。よくわからん。若い女が火のついたタバコを口元に運ぶ。オフィサー、俺は軍人なのか。この人に聞いてみるか。自分の正体を。
No.
いいえ。
There's only one solution to this.
権威、忠
You're
誠
a。businessman.
この呼びかけの謎の答えは一つしかない。貴様はビジネスマンなのだ。待った、分かったぞ。俺はビジネスマンだ。チーフエグゼクティブオフィサーなんだな。ならどうして俺のことをオフィサーで言うんだ。まあ、素直にちゃんと聞いてみるか。
Because you're a police officer, sir.
あなたは警察官だからよ。そう言って彼女はタバコを口に運ぶ。役中。こんなのあるんだ。英語のオフィサーには警官、役員、書庫など様々な意味がある。めちゃめちゃ優しいね。役中。それは本当か。俺騙してるか。なるほど。いきなり攻撃的な態度取るのもおかしいか。もうちょっと会話続けてみるか。それは本当か。
I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well rehearsed lies all this time.
なるほど。嘘じゃなければ、今日まで
You've
と。
been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
3日前からここにいる警察の公式任務。その任務ってのは何だ？
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
おー。ずっとお酒を飲んでただけ。暗示。彼女を肉体的に求めていることを伝える。いきなりすぎるやろ。どういうことや。もうちょっとちゃんと会話してみるか。一応自分の正体を探る形で聞いてみるか。一番だ。
Could it be because of the drinking?
酒のせいじゃない。酒のせいか。正気の人間が俺なんかにほんの万人を任せるか。
Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
警官なんてほとんど誰でもなれるから。そんなことないだろ。
A glib remark. Don't let it stand.
軽率な
Assert
ことを
yourself.
口にしたら放置してはならん。この女を正せ。正せ。実を言うとなぜ俺が警官になったかは理解できる。性格的に言って適任だからだ。自分のこと分かんないのにこういうこと言っちゃっていいのかな。言ってみるか。
A fondness for contradictory statements.
矛盾した発言が好きなの。やっぱりあれだな。ちゃんと会話つながってるな。選択肢の。君の指摘の通りだ。今は何も頭に浮かばなくて。
I'm sorry. I was being glib. I'm sure you're a great cop.
でも普通に謝ってくれたな。
No, she's not. Reassert yourself by being flirtatious.
言葉強すぎるやろ。嘘つけこのアマ。こいつにやばいことを支えてもっと自分を主張しろ。これ何なの？誰がこれを支えていくんの？内なる俺がなんかすごい強い言葉で支えてくる。 暗示。いや、ここはちょっと、やめとこう。立ち去ろう。
Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
この地域の住人は警察を嫌っている。
She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Goodbye.
なるほど。吸い殻を調べる。まだ煙が出ている。なるほど。まあ開かないと。これ自分家の鍵って閉めなくていいかな。あ、閉めれる。これが何か重要な分岐になってたりするんだろうか。これなんだ？
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it.
何この提案。灰皿から芳醇か芳醇で、ジューシーなタバコの吸い殻を拾い上げろ。そして火をつけ生きる喜びを肺いっぱい吸い込め。どういう提案だこれマジで。俺は喫煙者なのか？
Who knows what you are?
そんなことしているから、お前が化け物だろうが人殺しだろうが。
The gnome
ジェロマ
of
のノームだろう
Gerona.
が。ジェ
You
ロマのノー
feel
ム。
like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub,
Dem-
still smoldering.
でも彼女はフィ
deliciously.
ルターの部分で折ったもう吸えない。
How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack.
なんだこれ
Strike that. A carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them all.
俺をヤニカスにしようとしてるの。
Or you could not do that. No one is making
お
you.
反対意見が出てきたか。なるほど。俺の中も一枚岩じゃないんだな。俺の中で俺会議が始まってるんだ、これ。はいはいはい。いや、ヤニは良くないよ。
Good. They'll make you stronger and better. You're too old to be cool now. But find cigarettes. Smoke them. Blam. Instantly a cool renegade man.
これ選択肢間
A
違えたか。
mystical red dragon with smoke rising from his nostrils. Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses.
新しいタスク。タバコを手に入れて一服しろ。しまったな。間違えたな。選択肢を。タバコを吸うととんでもねえボーナスがつく。なるほど。ちょっとボイスが大きいか。とんでもねえタスクを引き受けちまったな。
The door is closed.
ドアノブを回してみろ。怖すぎる。ノックして、この人にタバコ譲ってもらおうか。
There is no answer.
ダメか。
You hear the shower being
ああ、
turned
部屋
on.
の中のどっかからシャワーの音が聞こえる。はいはいはいはい。
A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you.
これ良くない感じしますね。寂しくてたまらないんだ。これでもどの選択肢することにどの選択肢選んだらどういう展開になるか全く想像つかんな。
The door is indifferent to your loneliness. The world does not care.
まあでもシャワー入ってるってことはノックしてもダメか。立ち去るか。これは新聞か。トロンプ・ル・モンドの週末版風刺新聞。なんかたまに提案が出てくるんだなこれ。提案でもないか。変だな。で何をすればいいかっていうのが全く分かんないんだよな実際今。唯一のタスクがタバコを吸えだもんな。何かある？テーブルの上に何かが置いてある。なんだろう。あ、お金だ。これもらっていいのか？ 0.4 リアル。通貨の単位か。どこの通貨の単位だ？アメリカじゃないのかじゃあ。 ラ・パルパット。確かになんか聞き馴染みのない単語ばっかりだから。どこなんだろう。フレデフォート15度かな。わかんないな。どこだろう。舞台がどこなのかわかんねえな。おっと、眩しい。なんかある。これはこれ俺の靴か？あ、片っ端しかなかったのか。なんでこんなとこに潮風が吹き抜けていく。海に近いのか。
There they both are.
Ah.
Two identical shoes,
シークレットタスクとか
both
もあるんだ。
copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet.
ほうほうほうほう。普通の警官が履くような靴には見えないんだが、確かに。
It's pretty clear a normal cop
どう考
is
えても
not
お前は
what
普
you
通の
are.
警官じゃない。履き心地は
Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now,
なるほど。
truth be told.
これは持ち物か、インベントリか。銃弾。ああ、まあ、刑事だし、銃使うこともあるのか。確かに緑色の靴はすごいな。緑色のスネークスキンの靴だもんな。これはタスク、タバコを手に入れて一服しろか。タバコを手に入れて一服すれば大きなボーナス効果がある。一箱見つけて手に持て。なるほど。どっかにあるかな。とりあえずここにはもう何もなさそう。入るか。かなり変わった作りのアパートな感じするけど。実際あるのかな、こういうの。じゃあ1階に降りましてと。ああ、人がいる。車椅子の人。寝てる人。ステージがある。ほうほうほう。ステージだね。まあ、パレットを並べておいただけみたいな感じやけど。
You should totally sing karaoke
出
here.
た内陸
The
店。
first chance you get. Your emotions need to be
是が
expressed.
非でもカラオケ
People
を
need
し
to
な
know
ければ
your
なりません。
vast oceanic soul.
そんなことないだろ。あなたの海のような広大な心を皆に広く知らしめるべきですってことだから、大きいにしたらカラオケするってことかな。歌ってみるか。
Utterly. And it needs through a PA system by other people, whether they like it or not. Ram it up their ears, says your adrenaline gland.
いざその時に来ても何を歌えばいい？
You have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You will wreak havoc with it. Don't worry.
楽しげなやつを歌おうと思ってたんだが、この場を盛り上げたくてね。
No, no.
うん。
Don't sing the happy song. It's stupid. Sing the sad song.
これ何
It's
なの？
profound.
この内なる声が全く意味がわからへんこと言ってくる。
You have to find something tragic to sing first,
タ
though.
スクが出た、また。カラオケを歌え。で、今は歌えるのか？しっくりくる。あなたはここに所属している。よくわからんゲームだな、今のところ。
A man in his late 20s stands behind the
カフェ
counter,
テリアの店長があるって。
inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, that was disdain in his eyes. Even now, he's purposely ignoring you.
彼の視線は軽蔑に満ちていた。今もわざとお前を無視している。なんかやったのかな？お前がここのバーテンダーなの
No,
か？
I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
カフェテリアの店長だ。バーテンダーとどう違う？
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
了解？
Mm-hmm.
俺のことが嫌い？
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
皮肉を言うのはやめろ。
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
現場にいち早く乗り込んで死体を下に下ろして殺人事件を解決して俺のホステルの部屋をめちゃくちゃにしないでくれたか。そんなことしたのか。
No, you see, actually, you didn't. You haven't done anything even remotely useful since you got here.
実際にはどれも満足にできてない。あんたはここに来て以来人の役に立った試しはないんだと。なら俺はずっと何してたんだ。
No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
まあさっきの人が言ってたけど、この辺の人は警察のことが嫌いみたいなこと言ってたから、それも関係あるのかな。どういうことなんだろう。
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it. Something about it makes you feel bitter.
その鳥はどうしたんだ。
Look, your buddy is over there.
あんたの相棒があそこにいる。男が店の出入り口を見ると、そこにはボマージャケットを着た別の男がいて、つま先で床をトントンと叩きながら立っている。
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
俺の相棒ってどういう意味だ。
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
無視された。なるほど。あいつが相棒なのか。うん。冷水器。13時より関係者行けた立ち入り禁止。なるほど。で、この車椅子の女性は、これがさっき言ってた相棒だよね。
Hello, sweetie.
道動物学者の妻レナ。ほうほう。
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
ふんふん。
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
特に会話はなしか。とりあえずこいつと話す前にこの人にも話しかけたい。眠っている港湾労働者。ワイルドパインズのロゴがある。ほう。
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
カウンターの上に男の手から転がり出たらしい頭痛薬のブリスターパックがある。薬を取る。ナチュラルにギろうとしてるけど薬を。ネクタイ装置少し難しい。男を起こす。起こしてみるか。
There is
成功
only
した。
one way to awake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane. Rip the buildings from the earth.
そんな起こし方しかないの。原始の叫び声を上げるか。
Why the yelling, man?
あんた生きてたのか。ずいぶん長いことノックアウトされてたようだが。
Wait, what? I was just sleeping. What do you want, officer?
うん、ケイさんがなんか言おうか。
Officer, even after a rude awakening, this dock worker respects the police.
刑事3だと
More than they usually do, at
乱暴に
least.
起こされたというのにこの労働者には警察への敬意がある。少なくとも他の連中よりは。何か面白い夢を見られたか。
Thank God, no.
ありがたいことに何も。なんか言葉が強いんだよな。ああ、これでも最初のオープニングで言ってた話か。
The worker stares at you, his eyes dry.
I don't know what you're talking about, kind sir.
まあそうだよ。
But when I'm out, then
A little me time in the abyssal pelagic zone. You can never return to it now. Only detective work remains.
刑事としての務めあるのに、覚醒と捜査あるのに。捜査あるのにっつって別に事件何も起こってないもんな。自分が記憶喪失になってるってことだけだもんな、今。自分の正体してるのが今の目的なんかな。
Indeed. Help yourself to some. Wait, no. Oh, it's empty.
からか。
Sorry about that. That's the name of my employer.
ああ、会社の名前
I
か。
work in
ワイルドパインズ。
logistics.
物流の仕事か。
He doesn't sound too enthusiastic about this.
仕事の調子はどうだ？
How's it going?
テラスに通じるカフェテリアのドアを見やる。ガラスには無数の指紋が輝いている。掃除してないってことか？
Haven't you noticed what's going on outside?
何のことかわかんない。
We're in the middle of a strike down at
ス
the
トライキの真
harbor,
っ最中か。
trying to force some sense into the executive board. For one, I could use some more shut-eye in the mornings. Right to work, right to sleep, I say.
仲間たちのストライキ中にどうしてこんなとこ寝てる？
Nate got it. Majoret's got it.
俺が言って
He's
も何も変わら
guarding
な
the
い。
gate. I'm just getting some sleep.
なるほどね。
Or what?
The way he says measurehead implies ultimate trust in this head reckoner's physical prowess. He seems like a worthy rival.
これ何？どういうこ
You
と？
should slay him.
メジャーヘッドはゲートを守っている。今のメジャーヘッドの発にはそのものの身体能力に対する最大級の信頼が現れている。お前の手強いライバルとなるだろう。そいつを殲滅するしかない。どういうこっちゃい？
We are the workers, the union. We know what we need. What's right for us.
ストを指揮している人間はいないってことでいいんだな。
Okay. I guess there's also
Oh.
Evrard. He's in charge of the
イブラー
union.
ト。
He's smart. Knows how to
労働組合
negotiate.
のボスか。
He's got our back.
なるほど。まあ、いろいろ情報は得られたけど、とりあえず、ワイルドパインズっていう会社の従業員たちがストライキをしていると。で、労働組合のボスがイブラート。なるほど。
The dock worker doesn't
お、
answer.
経験値を
His
獲得
head
した。
is already back down.
なるほど。オートセーブだ。まあ、この情報が何に役立つかは分からんけど、まあ、とりあえず、情報はあっていいでしょう。夏限定の出入り口、冬季は使用できない。そんなのあるんだ。じゃあ、一通り調べたんで、相棒とやらに話を聞くか。
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket
Kim
is tapping
Kitsuragi.
his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greet. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
この男は自分の命も顧みずにお前を守ろうとするだろう。お前にはその確信がある。だがなぜだ？なぜだ？ちょっとまたこいつは俺の何なんだ？握手するしない。まあ、まず握手するか。
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
警部補か。
You realize he's waiting for your name.
彼はあなたの自己紹介を待っている。
This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize.
なるほど。概念化。成功率 28%。自分で名前を考案する。してみるか。
Raphael
ダメでした。
Ambrosius Gusto.
ラファエル・アンブロシウス・クスト。かっこいいけどね。クールだ。かなりクールだが自称するには少し嫌味な名前じゃないか。いいね。最高にクールだ。でもさすがに仰々しすぎない。素直に名乗ってみるか。ラファエル・アンブロシウス・クスト。
Yes, well,
そうか、それでな。彼はその名前を気にも留めずに話をしてる。スルーされてるな。ラファエルなんですけど、僕。
it looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
ほー。今は月曜日だよね。昨日と一昨日か。昨日と一昨日なんかがあったか。店長とはもう話したかい？まあ話しました。
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right?
現場はここの裏手なんだろう。なんかやっぱ事件が起きてんのか。
It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
聞き込み
At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice.
おー、なるほど。やり方は管轄ごとに違うんだろう。そうとも警察は自分が警官だってことは自覚がある。うん。
Right. And the interviews?
そうだな、それで聞き込み方は、そう言って彼は足で床叩く。じれったいわけではなく、単に癖なのだ。準備はできたらイエスだ。
Good. But even if you haven't, we'll have time for that after we take a look.
ああ、よし、まあ準備がまだでも、被害者の遺体を調べた後で大丈夫だ。なるほど、被害者の遺体を調べた後で大丈夫だ。死体が出たってことか。
Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
遺体はもう木から下ろしたのかい？死体だって？
Mm-hmm.
死体だって？
Mm-hmm.
いや。
So, the body is still in the tree.
ということは遺体はまだ木にぶら下がって。
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice.
警部補の声に初めて
It
疲
is
労が感じ
obvious
られ
he
る。
would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
死体を地面に下ろしておいてほしいと彼が望んでいたのは明らかだ。
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
7日間も吊るされてるってわけか。7日間 ?1 週間前から。でも俺は何も思い出せないんだよ
I。can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse.
ああ、酒のせいだと思ってるのか。実際どうなんだろうね。
If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our number one concern.
まあとりあえず遺体の確認か。
A painkiller would be good about now. This thing is
痛覚色地。
pulsating with discomfort.
今すぐ鎮痛剤が欲しい。ズキズキと脈打つ痛みが不快なんだよと。
The best cure for a headache is, of course, morphine.
頭痛が一番効くのはもちろんあれだよ。
So cigarettes will have to do.
だが店には効くねえだろうが、タバコでなんとかしろと。なるほど。内なる声が多すぎるんだよな、マジ。何をすればいいかもう一回教えてくれ。
Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down.
この辺は言っても酔っ払いのたわごとだと言われるかな。一応聞いてみるか。
We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. But first, we have to... I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the citizens militia on your sleeve and on your back.
市民軍とは
I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
監察総監
Internal affairs. And I'm not them.
内部
I'm
調
from
査班
criminal
のことだよ。
investigation.
犯罪捜査課から来たな。ちょっと待って、情報量が多すぎて全然わからん。まあいいか。
Yes. They are not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West.
RCM の文字とレバショール西の網の目状の道路に似たパターンがハロゲンランプに反応して浮かび上がるようになっていると。まあマークの説明か。 まあまあいいか。これは
I
ま
would
あいい
ask
や
you
ろ。
to step into the headlights of my motor carriage. But again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
まあとりあえずこいつは、俺個人に対してはあんまり別に興味がないと。仕事を早く終わらしたいんかな。でも普通は身分証か何か持ってるはずだろ。自分のポケットを探る。
You mean you don't have a badge?
身分証持ってないのか。目が覚めた時にはすでになかった。
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
さすがに身分証をなくすのは大問題だと。で、タスクが今追加されたな。身分証を探さなきゃいけないんだな。まあ、それでも先に遺体を下ろすのが先だと。いきますか、じゃあ。
After you, officer.
OK。
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
キツラギ警部補がパーティーに加わった。RPG っぽいの。インタラクトするといつでも会話できると。ほうほうほう。
Yes?
事件について教えてくれ。
What do you want to know?
何について知りたい？文字通り全部さ。俺が知ってることは何一つないんだからな。
Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit.
文字通り何も知らない。あんたが教えてくれたとしか。
Do you want me to brief you?
いや、出たとこ勝負でいく。手短にか助かる。聞いとこう。
3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days.
なかなかの
No
事
one
件
had
やな。
come to investigate.
警備員が木に吊るされている。ここの裏庭で。で、4日間吊るされてたというのに誰も捜査しようとはしなかった。3日前だもんね。連絡されたのが。で、3日間放置してたのか、ずっと。まさかやと思うけど、土日やからっていう意味じゃないよな。まあ、続けるか。
During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
被害者は身ぐるみを剥がされてリンチされていたと。このストライキに関係あるんじゃないかと。被害者が誰なのか特定はされてるのか？
A security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth.
ワイルドパインズに雇われた警備員か労働者の類だと。まあ、そう噂されてるに過ぎないと。被害者の身元も特定しなくてはならない。なるほど。通報したのは誰だ？
To find him or her is one of our tasks here. For now, all we know is that the tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
通報者の声は何らかの装置で抑制処理されていて、誰も年齢や性別を特定できなかったと。なるほど。なぜ身元を隠すんだ？
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
なるほど。強い偏見があるか。死刑執行まで独自に始めたようだと。まあ、労働者組合の中での争いっていうふうに目星をつけてんのかな、やっぱり。その前に RCM ってのはなんだ？警察組織みたいなもんかな。
That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city.
レバショール市民軍ってそういう意味か。なるほど。レバシノール・シティズンズ・ミリティア。なるほど。まあ念のためはっきりさせておきたい。このコでの俺たちの仕事は殺人犯を見つけることか。
That's right.
シークレットス完了。OK。 経験値。なるほど。確かめとく
You
か。
mean like a brief? 3 days ago,
Oh,
during
it's okay.
that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. Okay then. Was there anything else you wanted
あ
to
んたは
know?
これが怪奇事件だと思うか？
No.
いや、
It's not a
別に怪奇事件でもなんでも
particularly
ない。
mysterious case. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together.
うんうんうん。
I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
選択肢めちゃくちゃ多いな、このゲーム。つまり40代の白人男性、それだけ知ってりゃ十分ってことか？
I'm relieved that you agree.
君が分かってくれて安心したと。なるほど。
He is glad and surprised to see an officer who can appreciate the less than spectacular.
彼はこれがありふれた事件だと理解できる警官の統治に嬉しい驚きを感じていると。何か言いかけたようだが。
Do you know the feeling when you've begun filling in a crossword, but some of your answers don't quite seem to fit? That's the feeling I have right now, for some reason.
ああ、なるほど。ちょっと違和感はあるんだ、でも。その気持ちはよくわかる。
It will turn into quite the puzzle yet, I'm afraid.
そういう時は大抵解くのにかなり苦労するものさと。なるほど。所轄が違うならどうして同じ事件を担当する？
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
なるほど。
His disdain is clear. This man would not use such an expression otherwise.
どういう意味だ？
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
君も当然加わってるものかと思ったが何の話だ？それが何なのか話してくれ。
It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it.
小便飛ば
If
しっ
you
こ
want my
競争。
take,
嫌な
ask
助
me
かりだ。
after we've inspected the victim.
今話してくれ。
Later.
ダ
Was
メ
there
か。
anything else you wanted to know about the case? Good.
どうしよう。俺が記憶を完全に失っていることをあんたは知っておくべきだ。
No response. He just arches his brow.
信じてないか？酒を大量に飲みすぎたせいだっていうのもなんかあれだな。実際そうなのかどうか分かんないもんね。分かった、忘れてくれ。
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch on his wrist.
警部が手首に巻いたスポーツ腕時計をちらりと見る。ちょっと時間を気にしてるか。君のことは？
Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
お互い理解し合えれば仕事がはかどるだろう。頼むよ警部を、少しくらい心を開いてくれ。確かに冴えないメガネ野郎のことを知ってもしょうがない。言葉が強えな。ちょっと心開いてもらおうか。
If you insist. What do you want to know?
この辺りの人間とは見た目が違うな。
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My
それは僕は
father's
ソウ
father
ル
was
人の
from
ハーフだ
Seoul.
からか。
So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic.
ソウル人とは？
It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
地政学的な存在でなおかつ地理的な区分でも難しいな。面白くならないように話してるだけじゃないか。俺はもっとソウルのことを知りたいぞ。
You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revacholière.
ソウルの地を踏んだことすらないんだっていうのを誇らしげに言う。というのはあんまりいい土地じゃないって意味なんかな。
He's glad to have shut down your question.
あんたの秘密を教えてくれはさすがに突っ込みすぎ。あんたはメガネをかけている。まあ、この辺からいくか。
That's correct.
その通りだ。
That makes him a
いわゆる
binocular,
メガネ野郎か。
completely uncut material, if you say so
どう
yourself.
考えても警官には不向きだな。こう言っちゃなんだが。そんなことあるか。メガネ野郎も警官にさせてもらえるとは知らなかった。やばすぎるだろ。俺はメガネ野郎なんて呼ばない。メガネはクールだよな。 メガネはクールだよな。
Are they? They are mostly just cumbersome.
まあ煩わしいよな。
You could use a good, normal pair yourself.
お前もいい感じは普通のメガネをかけたらどうだ。自分自身と話すことはあるか？
What do you mean?
つまり何かを考えている時に会話したことあるのか？自分の脳みそを相手に。
I have no idea what you're talking about.
じゃあどういうふうにほらあれするんだ？自分の側頭部を叩く。ということはあんたの脳みそがアドバイスや警告しようと挟むことは一度もないんだな。
I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just use my notebook.
手帳か。
The lieutenant produces his. That's where his conversations with himself.
彼は自分との対話を手帳の上で行っているんだ。なるほど。
You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system.
お前は頭脳明晰だがサイケデリックだ。サイケデリック。うん。神経系との接続に事務用品なんだ必要ね。お前は特別なんだ。なるほど。まあいいか。
Good. Let's change the subject.
なんでもない。さてじゃあ捜査進めるか。じゃあ店長とお話ししましてと。
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41.
彼は未だにあなたの名前を知らないことに気づく。さっきもあなたが俺はラファエル・アンブロシウス・クストー刑事。
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive
やばい、
at
ラ
the
ファエル
scene.
で定
It
着
also
してしまう
took
俺
you
の
a
名前
while
が。
to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
そちらも遺体を通報するまで時間がかかったようだ。通報したのはあなたですね。
No, I only just got here.
Chico.
It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
多分シルビーが通報したと。
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
実を言うと知っている。
You said you just got here. From where?
What, of Martinez? No. I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place.
But you still know your way around, yes?
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here.
なるほど。
And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what...
I didn't imply that. Detective,
別に疑ってません。キムはあんたに顔を向ける。警部補？
I have everything. You?
君は話さないのか？ああ、俺も何か質問はないかってことか。
Yes, yes. He means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would?
店長は明らかに先ほどまでの苛立ちを取り戻している。シルビーって店辞めたのか？一応聞いてみるか。
She went away because none of your business.
あんたには関係ない。いいだろう。
Extra fine.
まあ知ってるはずがないと思うけど、誰があの男を殺した？
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
お前が殺したのか。ラッツワンすぎるだろ、それは。
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
まあ、下はどこにあるもう聞いてもしょうがないけど、一応聞いとくか。
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on it. That's easy. See that door there? First, you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one.
なるほど。
You can...
Does he want you to feel guilty of making that hole? It's implied in his voice.
穴を開けたことに対してお前に罪悪感を感じてほしいんだろうか？俺が開けたの？そんなことないでしょ。
let's go.
OK。
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
あんたに130リアル払ってもらうよ。は？何がリアルだって？
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
リアル。リアル。 ガルテはその言葉をわざとらしい貴族風のアクセントで発音する。
The IIR, or Interinsulary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
2R またはイスラカン統一リアルはこの世界の国際的な基軸通貨だ。国際的基軸通貨か。これはじゃああれなのか、ドルじゃないってことは架空の世界なのかなこれ。現実の世界じゃない感じするな。多分架空の世界の話なんだろうなこれ。俺はあんたに金を払う必要があるってことか。
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right. Money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
お前を逮捕する。お前を殺すみたいに言ってるけど。おかしいだろ。代金は何の料金なんだ？
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages.
ああ、俺が開けたのか、あの窓。なるほど。3泊して60リアル。窓ガラスで40リアルと。
Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually, more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money.
そもそも金ってのは一体何なんだ？
What are you, a philosopher?
あんたは哲学者か何かか。ああ、なるほど。自分の置かれた状況を把握しようとしてるだけだよ。
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or 8 bottles of potent blend and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for
どうしようかな。
everything, really.
手持ちの小銭 0.4 しかないよな。
Yes, it is.
10、20、20で40だ。これは残りで90か？
No, you see, that's 40 cents.
あ、これで40
Cents
でいいん
are a
だ。
form of currency 100 times smaller
あ
than the
れ、セン
real.
トか。
I'm not even going to take this. Come back when you have 130 real.
それは40セントなんだ。セントってのは通貨の単位で、リアルの100分の1の価値しかない。そんな小銭は受け取れないよ。130リアル用意してから持ってきてくれ。あ、そう、だからあれか。0.4 か。100セントで1リアルか。
Yes,
でもそんなのあんまりだぞ。
it is.
そうだな。
For a moment, his antipathy is overcome by
掲
compassion.
示された額のあまりの小ささに同情し、お前に対する反感をつかの間忘れる。
He demonstratively suppresses a world-weary sigh.
俺はどうなるんだ？
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
今夜までに130リアル用意しなきゃいけないの
Officer,
か。
maybe you're better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
ああ、家はあるんだ、ジャムロックに。自宅の場所を思い出せないよ。
Officer, you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation started now.
まあ、署の人間に支払い頼むか。そういう手段もあるのかな。
Good luck.
損害を弁償しろ。
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and
What?
this place sure isn't it.
自分の家は全く覚えていない。
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
全然わからんよな。近くかな遠くかなマーベルヒルの上。全くわからへんけど。多分南の方。
You don't really know, do you?
つまり俺はホームレスってことか？
South, maybe. Doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
構うもんか、ゴミ収集ボックスの中に住んでやる。何もかもクソくらいだ。俺はプロ刑事だ。どうにかして元来た道はたどれないか。正確な通りの名前、正確な番地まで。
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
思考を獲得した孤独な陶器家路。これか？何これ。思考キャビネット。はぁ、なんだこりゃ。ん？何これ。はぁ、全然わからん。ん？何これ、全くわかんねえ。全く説明がない。思考キャビネットについての。まあいいか。なんとかなるっしょ。
Yes?
じゃあ、事件現場を見に行きますか。あれ、ここじゃない。どっから出るって言ったっけ？
Can I help you?
ワーリングであるものを発見したぞ。ところで、ここでカラオケを歌おうと思ってるのが、
Absolutely out of the question.
論外ですか。
You wait and see, cafeteria manager.
そう言わずに歌わせてみるよ、店長。
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad
あ
band.
あ、曲のテープが
Then
い
we
るのか
sing。this place to shit.
What thing? What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business.
でも事件にまつわる何かが厨房の中にあるかもしれないでし
He
ょ。
wasn't pan-fried. He was lynched. What could the kitchen possibly have to do with... Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the cook is working. You can snoop around after that.
なるほど。
If you must.
13時以降だったら中を調べてもいいと。
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting.
OK。
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
ハンサムさんって誰だ？俺のことか。それを俺のことが好きという意味か？
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple. But dear, you're not for me. I'm too old and too married besides.
In another time and place, she might have flirted back. But that ship sailed.
時と場
long
所が
ago.
違えば彼女はお前を口説き返しただろうと。なるほど。
You must forgive me. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew.
今すぐ勧誘しよう。
spot.
パーティーに加えるってこと？俺と一緒にぶちかまさないか？何の話？ぶっ飛びすぎてるな、選択肢が。でも選択肢自体はかなり面白いな、毎回。ぶっ飛んだ選択肢があるから。ちょっとぶっ飛んだ選択肢選びたい気持ちもするけど、ちょっと真面目にやりたい気もある。一応言っていくと、俺は自分がどこにいるか何してるかもわからないんだ。何一つわからないと。
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed.
She won't judge you, no matter what you say.
うん、優しい人だね。そうだと言いながら、事態はそこまで悪くないと思いたい。
You know where we are, right?
ワーリング・イン・ラグズのカフェテリアかな？
That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located?
カフェテリアどこにあるかしら？言った通り見当もつかない。
We're in the city of
レ
Revshul
バショール
here.
ね。町の名前はレバショール。フームだろ。レバショールのことはこれっぽっちも知らない。どういう土地だ？
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the
世
world.
界で最も美しい都市か。
Fortunate to be. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone
かつて
says
は世
so.
界の頂点だった。
Revachol is a rare jewel,
今ではその輝きも陰ってしまったけれど。
though it has seen better days.
うんうんうん。
Speaking of history, you know what year it is.
51年って言ってたね。
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen.
なんかペンもらっ
Knowledge
た。
should all.
Her relief is palpable.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
政府はどんな体制？めちゃくちゃ選択肢あるの。これは今んとこあんま情報ないよな。警察、民主主義な感じもしなくはないけど。まあ、警察にしとくか。警察だ。俺たちは警察政府の下で生きている。
Actually, we are not. You
実
could say
際の
that
ところ
about
は
almost
そうじゃ
any
ない。
other nation, but not Revachol. Try it one more time, officer.
他ほとんどの国はそうだけど、レバショールは違うと。
Damn it. I was really hoping it would be a cop world. Okay, well, let's see.
じゃあ民主主義か？
Nope.
あ、
Sadly
違うんだ。
Revachol is what's called a zone of control.
統
Under
制
an
地区。
alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is market driven.
連合に管理されている私たち自身の政府は存在しないと。なるほど。政府が存在しないならどうして警官が存在しているんだ？
Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution.
レバショールには警官は一人もいないと。伝統的な意味での警官は。法の執行事情は革命以来複雑化してて
But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break.
She's scared now. She's realized you
なんか
really
随分
are
複
brain
雑
damaged.
な世界観だな。この女は怖くなった。お前の脳が本当に損傷していることに気づいたんだ。どうしようかな。聞いて答えてくれるのかな、その革命ってのは何なんだ。
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
また複雑な話になってきたか。世界の他の人々はそれをよくまず終わらせにやってきた42年前の出来事よと。警官が存在しないこととその話はどう結びつく？
It has something to do with everything.
I'm just a poor woman, she thinks. What do I know of these things? And how can I help you?
他に詳しく教えてくれる人は？
Someone more educated in...
No. I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
君はダメだと。
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
もっとマルティネズでお金持ちなんて見たことないけれど。ハンサムには金がいるんだ。もらえるかなたかり。ちょっとモラルなさすぎるな。
Of course, dear.
操作しますか。そろそろ。 どこっつってたっけ、もう忘れちゃった。
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
聞きたいことがあ
Of
る。道
course.
教えてほし
Of
い。
course. Where to?
死体を探して
Oh,
る。
that's
Kita
right
ka.
there, in the yard.
She's relieved someone has come for it. Finally.
What do you mean? Yes, sir. District of Martinez.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements,
うんうん。
the harbor gates, some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics.
なんだよ、フ
A
リってっ
fleet
て。
store too. Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast. Just coast. There's a little fishing.
Rows of stalls under a broad roof, where silvery fish were heaped on newspapers.
ああ、なんか話が
water
どんどん広がっていく。
pouring from the heavens
ちょっと道を聞いただけなのに。
in the shadow of the old
I don't know. The abandoned kind? It's just water. No, actually, I think they call no problem. Me? I am just a gardener. I am working. I have a greenhouse in the yard there.
There's discomfort. She
Kedo.
stops.
Well, as you already know, there's a
Ah,
corpse
naruhodo.
there, hanging from a...
Don't worry, miss.
Of course.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
手袋を貸してくれないか。貸してくれるかな。
Sure.
あ、くれた。
Keep them. I have another pair.
ありがとうよ。ん？何それ。これか。ああ、アイテムによりボーナスがあるんだ。手さばき。平成。音もなく忍びより堂々たる態度で圧倒する。マイナス補正かかっちゃってる。電気科学も全く意味がわからんな、テキストが。団結心。41文書とつながる。警察文化を理解する。暗示。魅了するか。概念化、クリエイティビティを理解する。世界にアートを見出す。緑猿の頭がついたペン。緑猿ってなんだ。ああ、これがスキルか。内陸帝国。直感虫の知らせ覚醒網。まあ、全然意味がわからへんけど。なんだこりゃ。めっちゃあるな。4つのカテゴリーがあって、それぞれに6つあるのか。24つもある。なんかこれに王冠マークついてるのは何なんだろうな。よくわからないな。一番優れてるって意味かな。これの見方もよくわからんけど、まあ今は気にしなくていいか。タスクがいっぱい出てきたな。タバコを手に入れてもあるし。うん。ああ、さ、バッジの紛失もあるんだ。まあ、とりあえずメインは被害者の遺体かな。処理追加資金を要請しろ。払ってくれんのか、警察が。 豚は豚小屋に帰れ。街路名を読み取れない。なるほど。警察クソくらいと書かれた標識。なるほど。嫌われてると。こっちかな？こっちで合ってんのか？あ、引けるな。ああ、いるわ。こらこらこらこら、石を投げるな。
Kuno's got this!
クーノがやってやる。死体に石を投げてつけてる。その少年は見た限りでは12歳に満たない年齢だ。
Oh yeah! Nappa Kumpy, Kuno!
ナパキンピ、訳中フィンランド語でど真ん中の意味だ。坊主ちょっといいか、警察のものだ。
Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the dick!
あー
Love it in the dick!
口の悪いガキどもやな。
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
俺の担当現場で石を投げるな。悪ガキやな。
They pay you no heed or
Shits himself? The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
熊手を投げろ。何言ってんだ。
fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
キムどうしよう。お前たちは兄弟か？頼むよ、いくつか質問しただけだ。お前たち兄弟か？
The fuck are you talking about? He's calling us Kuno! He says we're fucking each other!
なかなかの12歳やな。いくつか質問しただけだ。
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
この下についてお前は何を知ってる？
Shitload pig. What's your question?
口悪すぎるってガキ。
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno. Pig's choking. He's totally choking.
キム助けてくれ。俺たちは何を知りたい？
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there.
You have no idea what the usual
普段に
is.
ついて聞く。
Just ask whatever comes to mind.
こいつが誰か知ってるか？
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
知らないみたいですね。
End of conversation. Very strong. You should be this stoic.
あれがどうやってあそこに吊るされたか知ってるか？
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
知らなさそうですね。
You heard Kuno? Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno, I don't know. Some fucking Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Yeah. Kuno didn't smoke him if that's what you mean.
とりあえず何も知らなさそうだとは思うけど。
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
豚呼ばわりされてきたな。
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno. You're testing Kuno. Get lost.
この現場でよく遊ぶのか？
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Yeah? The kingdom of... Yeah, whatever. The fuck about it? You're testing... Get lost! Kuno's Kuno, pig?
Kuno. Primal. Violent.
原始的で暴力的。食うの。うん、なるほど。狂犬につける名前だな。お前自分のこと三人称で呼ぶのか？なんか知ってそうな感じでもないけどな。もうちょっと話付き合うか。
The fuck are you calling a third person? Kuno's the fucking first person?
役中。英語で一人称はファーストパーソン、三人称はサードパーソン。クーノはおそらく最初の人間、3番目の人間という意味に取られている。
He looks slightly confused, but proud.
Thank you,
Came up with
Yakuchu.
that retort. But right as he's getting distracted, You hear a malevolent hiss from behind the fence.
フェイスの向こう側から聞こえる邪悪な荒い呼吸に気づく。
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you! Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
厄介だな。まあ、こっちは警察だし問題ないだろ
Help! He's digging his dick out!
Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out! You're afraid!
Pigs in here, Kuno! Somebody, please!
このムカつく悪ふざけはなんだ。黙らせるか。42%。いけるかな。ちょっと殴るか。あー、ダサい。ダサいよ。
You didn't shut him down. Your fat fist didn't meet its target. Instead, it pulled you down with it.
ダサすぎる。小僧を黙らせることはできなかった。むくんだ拳は空を切り、その勢いでお前は盛大に倒れ込む。腕が、俺のくそったり膝が何も言わず痛みと恥に耐える。
Pig's trying not to cry. Kuno can't believe this shit. Can no one stop the pig? Kuno thought you had this. What happened? Kuno can't do anything now.
調子に乗らしちゃったよ。
The whole charade was about establishing dominance over you. It's safe to say,
Fuck your shoulder!
気力まで減ったよ。
Fuck your fat body up!
これ減っちゃったらどうにかなんのかな。体力がゼロになったら死んじゃったりすんのかな。死にはせんか、さすがに。気分を起こしてくれ。笑うんじゃない。当然の報いだ。誰か救急車呼んでくれ。怪我したかもしれない。ダサすぎる。笑うんじゃない。
the creature behind the fence makes
Kuno made
気
you.
力がどんどん減っていくよ。
the lieutenant isn't laughing.
キムは
at
笑わ
all.
ない。ニコリともしない。お前自分が誰に何してるか分かってるのか。ダサいなぁ。ちょっとダサさ極めてみるか。お前自分が誰に何をしてるか分かってるのか。立ち上がる。
Kuno's just gonna beat the shit out of you again.
少年はまだ自分の力に酔っているようだと。
I told you not to tempt such forces.
キムの声に含まれる苛立ちはグレムリンたちにではなくあなたに向けられている。やばい。キムにも呆れられてるよ。
Now, how about we go and do something worth the public's time?
くそー。ガキー。ガキには馬鹿にされるし、キムには愛想つかされるし、体力と気力は減るし、なんもいいことねえよ。
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human.
ああ、まあ吊るされてたらこんな感じになる。
His lips are fish-like, and
らしい
his
ね。
tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
耐久力もはや伝説14か。吐き気を我慢して鼻から手を離す。ここをわざわざ選択する必要あるか。まあ耐久力が高ければ鼻から手を離しても大丈夫ってわけか。したところでどうなんって感じもするけど。失敗したらどうなんっていう話もあるし。挑戦してみるか。
The smell is
まあダメでしょうね。
repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth.
おぞましい握手はそれは想像していた以上にあっという間に無遠慮にお前の口から侵入してくると。
More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
吐いとくか。おえー。 ビシャ
You
ビシャ
feel
ビシ
a
ャ。
great force ringing from your stomach until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
クソ、面目ない。クソしたいね。
Keep it.
持っててくれ。キムは青いチェック柄のハンカチ穴に手を出す。同情はいらない。
It's not pity. You should wipe your mouth after vomiting. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
そこで吐くのは明らかに二日酔いが原因だ。アンモニア使うのもいいだろう。頭がすっきりする。いらん。
Sure you do. You just threw up a lot. Sure you do. You just threw up a lot.
いるんか。
If you can handle the headache. Some officers use it to deal with cadaver
遺体の匂いに
in
対処するためにアンモニアを使う警官もいるんだ。へえ。あんたは使わないの
I
か？
can't handle the headache.
ああ、あの頭痛が嫌いなんだと。
It's more likely he can handle the smell, unlike you.
なるほど。
That young woman, the gardener, mentioned she used salts for the smell.
匂い軽減するために使う塩のことを言ってたな。
If she doesn't have any, there might be some in the frit store nearby.
この近くのフリットのお店にアンモニアが置いてるかもしれないと。
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
ああ、なるほど。アンモニアがあれば再挑戦が可能になったりもすると。へえ、なるほど。
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
もう吐いてんだよな。アンモニアはいるんだ。調べるためには。調べるとこいっぱいあるな。とりあえずアンモニアを手に入れて遺体を調べなきゃって感じかな。じゃあアンモニア探しに行きますか。くれるかな。
Hello again, officer. How are things?
塩まだ持ってる？
Sure.
あ、くれた。
I'm done with them.
普通にくれた。
Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terror. Excuse me?
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line.
Oh. Well, I didn't write it there. I don't know anything.
Pig is a widely used term for members of the police.
あ、普通に警察官のこと豚って言われてるんだ。
Even if she didn't write it, she should clean it.
いや、いいよね。
Okay.
本当に警察嫌われてるんだな。この人はトミール・オム。
Hey there.
何があった？
It's the jam, my man.
渋滞。
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long haul limbo for days upon days upon days.
ああ、ストがあると渋滞して出られないのか。
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
もう一度言ってくれないか、今度は百色なしでたの。
Everyone's a critic, man. So tell me.
丸一週間
What do
か
you need?。
タバコ持ってない？
Nope. Don't smoke.
持ってないんだ。
Some of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around.
Yup, nothing wrong with that statement.
You could also check the kiosk down the street. Frit. With 3 T's.
ああ、フリッテっていう店の名前
Shaw's
か。
weird.
ストライキについて何か知ってるかな？
Whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands. No way in or out.
出ていくことも入ることもできないと。何を要求してる？
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane.
巨大な新型パワークレート会社の半分
Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
ストで巨大な新型パワークレーンを要求するっておかしな話やな。また会社の半分ってのもおかしな話だ。
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
すぐに会いに行ってみます。この事件も解決しなきゃいけないのか。
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching. Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really us lorry drivers. Cam, your nurse. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get onto the next one.
被害者について何か知らないか？
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that.
運転手仲間ではないと。
Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here, analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological condition. A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees. Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Time to arrest.
逮捕だいきなり逮捕していいものか。ああ、ジョークか。
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of found cargo. Mostly sporting goods, tracksuits, and that kind of thing.
ファルムまた新しい言葉が出てきたの。
They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Ilmaran market lately. Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road. This rockin' beauty. Sure is, like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
興味いやないと思うが、聞いた理由はわからん。職業病かな？
Yeah, it must be. Your job's to know all these little things.
There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he's spent too long.
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
共感手強い。彼の目の中に何が見える？まあこれなんだろうな、まあ、挑戦できるけどするべきタイミングがあるような気もするな。もうちょっとスキル鍛えてからとか、まあ、再挑戦できるはできるだろうけど、特に突っ込む理由もないよな今。
Don't be a stranger.
まあ素直に操作進めるか。まあいろいろできそうな感じはするけどな。やっていったら多分キリがなさそう。てか本当になんだろう、想像してた以上の文章量というかセリフというか
There he still is, looking right through you
があるから。
with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
もしかしたらめちゃくちゃ時間かかるゲームかもしれんなこれ。17%。17% か。17% でいけんのか。
The ammonia only makes it
失敗ですよ
worse.
ね。
The combination forces tears out. The second time, not so much.
Get
When the
off!
vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with
Get
tears.
off! ダメか。もう警官なんてやめたいんだが。
Get a hold of yourself.
情けないこと言うな。あなたはキムがリズミカルに背中を叩いてくれるのを感じる。優しいじゃん。
The weight is reassuring, like a crenel on solid fortification.
キムめちゃくちゃ優しいじゃん。
I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder.
俺が長年警官をやってたならどうしてこんなに入っちまうんだ？
I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell.
毎週月曜は死体の日。
Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight. I think I've lost my sense of smell.
多分嗅覚を失ってるんだ。へえ。
Not being hungover helps too.
二日酔いじゃないからっていうのもあるな。
Okay, you've said it. You needed to say it. You need to get your shit together.
ああ、わかった。
We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it for special bonuses and effects.
獲得した思考を内面化せば特殊なボーナスや様々な効果が得られる。
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
30分後気合を入れ直せたらまた戻ってきて挑戦しよう。OK。30分後。ちゃんと時間進んでるな。始めた時8時だったから3時間弱経ってるか。これか。あ、これあれか。このゲーム内時間でこのゲージが溜まっていくのか。で、いっぱいになったらなんかあるんだな。これがボーナスか。研究ボーナス。なんかシビライゼーションみたいな。選択して、体積クソ圧縮機。何それ。それは何？あー、これ30分か。だから30分後って言ってたわ。お前の草はバラバラだ。警官は人間にいささかふさわしくないことだ。まあよくわからんけど。あ、あれだね。空きスロットか。これが。で、セットしておけるんだ。で、時間が経つごとにこのゲージが溜まっていて、いっぱいになったらボーナスがもらえるみたいな感じかな。OK。ようやく理解した。じゃあ、あと30分ぐらいちょっと時間を潰すか。ちょっと街の探検というか、歩き回って、時間を潰すか。3切れの通り 8B パンチ。これ話してるときは時間止まってんのかな？
Yes?
空き容器が入ってる。袋があれば拾えるのに。へえ。調べるポイント多いよ。
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
こんにちは。
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
本屋さんかな？
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards,
ボー
and
ドゲー
some
ム
board
も売って
games.
ますと。
It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
さすがにこの辺の言葉自体は知ってるでしょ。
You're fooling
嘘なん
nobody.
だ。
Sir, are you okay? You've been standing here silently for a while now.
でもさっきお金のことも忘れてたしな。
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any question. My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not.
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling.
自由市場、容赦なく解体してやるよ。なんかたまにやばい選択肢があるんだよな。まあ選んでみるのも面白いかもしれんけど。一応キャラクター的には何だろう。最初のキャラ選択というか、性格選択では、まあまあ、精神に振られてるから、まともなことを言うロールプレイでやりたいところではあるな。君は偉いな。褒めてあげるか。
Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help Mum out with the store. I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place
ああ、
running.
学校にも行ってないんだ。そういえば学校ってなんだ。それはやばいでしょ。
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says it's peachy, She was a little afraid at first.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a
呪
second.
われている
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go,
ここで成功した事業は一つもないと言われるほど。どのお店も倒産する
exactly. But we've been doing fine so far.
まあ呪いなんて存在するとは思えん。
They shouldn't be, but they seem real. Anyhow, they say that these grounds are doomed for businesses.
まあ商売ではよくあることかもしれんね
Of。course, sir.
あ、時間進んでるな、会話中でも。
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that. And the work of a policeman, or it's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things. You don't look much like a policeman.
うんまあ警察官らしくはないよな。
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
犯罪捜査に重要なのは肉体じゃない。こっちだ。自分の頭を刺す。
Head? Yes.
No, it's your soul. Your blue soul. No, your resilience.
もう俺ん中の俺くんがなんか反発し合ってんだけど。いっぱいいるからさ、俺ん中に俺くんが。みんな意見が違うんだよね。魂、根性。なんかどっちの選択肢も嫌だな。まあ魂だにしとくか。
I'm not sure I understand.
あまり意味がわかりません。
If you say so, sir.
あ、経験値。
He's just a fictional character. He's no match for your soul.
まあ会話することで経験値が手に入るんだな、このゲームはやっぱり。
Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books.
まあ今の会話がうまくいったのかどうかっていうのはちょっとよくわからんけど。うまくいく、いかないにしろ、経験値はもらえるのかな。
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man. Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
でもこの辺の会話って別に多分、本筋というか事件には関係ないよな、多分。全然関係ない話とかも、取り入れてるというか、用意してるんだろうな。サブみたいな意味で。本当に取り留めもない会話だもんな、これって。
It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Those are unhappy books for most of the
あ、
pages.
11時になった。
People sad about what they have lost. But then it all turns out these are not very common. You can't, well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady, that's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
確かに貧乏人はつまらん。
I guess, yes. People in books are always. I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask. I'm sure she can help out. Maybe some about other books? Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists, and I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame. I don't know about that, but I imagine life is great when you're famous. Why would they do that, sir? You're not that old. Maybe you'll do something really important. Yes, sir.
お、五分五分だ。やってみるか。58%。いけ。お、やっ
The
た。
girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
彼女は隠すように両手の指をずっと組み合わせている。なぜだ。君はなぜ両手をずっと組んでいる？
What do you mean, sir?
She knows where this is going.
見せてみろ。
She looks around anxiously. The lieutenant stands by. Look, a facade of true professionalism. He is far more intrigued by the situation than his. She brings out her reddened hands. Her nails frayed.
爪は肉が見えるほど深く噛まれている。爪を噛んでるのか？
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded? Well, That proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
She actually is impressed. This is more like a defensive reflex.
えも
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
母親からのプレッシャーでイライラしている。ネズミに爪をかじられた。体の虫とリサイクルしている。普通にプレッシャーかな。
Maybe so, sir.
あ、そうなんだ。
Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't. It was okay, sir.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
You're quite sober.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching.
あまり酔っ
It
てい
takes
ません。
effort.
あまり酔っていませんね。皮肉か？ん？普段は酔っていることを知ってるって意味か？ちょっとわかんねえ。普段はそうじゃないとなぜわかる？
Because you usually aren't.
だってそうじゃないですか。
I'm sorry, sir. I hope.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly
よ
feels
くわかんない会
familiar
話あったな。
somehow.
まだなんかあるね。やってみるか。
Because you know
Oh,
each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
俺のこと知ってるのか？
Yes, I stand in this spot all the time.
はい、私はいつもここに立っているので。
You've been running around for several days, talking about small churches and how everyone betrayed you, sir.
小さな教会のことやみんなに裏切られたことを話して回っていましたよ。何の話や？
Of course, you stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you. Yeah, but you don't have party eyes anymore.
どういうことや？割となんか重要な話な気がしていた。
Party eyes. Yes, of course. That
I'm not surprised children have seen you running around.
You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed.
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on. Oh baby, that's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important.
I didn't know I had to do that.
なるほど。
I'm glad I could help you, sir.
なるほど。まあ結構なんだろう。聞けてよかった話でおるか。全然関係ない話かと思ってたけど。
Volumetric shit.
思考習得体積クソ圧縮機。何なんだよ、体積クソ圧縮機
Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit
何このテキス
togetherness
ト
were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
瀕死の星の核内にしか存在しないと思われていたが、それを法執行士がひねり出したのだ。このクソ得意性がいつまで持続するかは現時点では不明。何なんだよ。あ、忘れる？忘れる？耐久力のファイトスキルチェックすべてアンロック済み、耐久力の学習上限を4にした。全くよくわからんけど、まあまあいいか。はい。一度調べたオブジェクトは消えるんだな、印が。入れる。
The display rack is brimming with
ヘルムダ
worn
ムからも来たら
paperbacks
しい。男シ
featuring
リ
an
ーズ。
extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word.
Oh, Man from Hjelmdal. A very popular series of blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encountered. What does it matter? They're all the same. However,
全部
the
同じ
customer
内
is
容。
always right, they say. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hjelmdalaman, the man from Hjelmdal.
急リアル。
Supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
え、本買えるんだ。金があれば。
Rows and rows of Hjelmdalamen blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Hjelmdal, maybe 100. Man from
めちゃくちゃシリーズ
Hjelmdal
あ
and
る
the
んだ。
sages at the end of those snow crabs are worse than they sound. Not even close. Man from Hjelmdal in hell. Man from Hjelmdal and the forest of slaves.
この中に俺を呼んでいる本はあるだろうか。
Under the lake. Man, a twinge at the back of your head makes you flinch. Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art of the very muscular. She's laughing at him. But between the throne and the Hjelmdal
何の話してんだこれ。
lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Hjelmdal novels.
これ何なんだろうマジで。どういうゲームなんだこれ。本買うこともできる。選択肢とチャレンジが成功したから新しい本の選択肢が出た。さっぱりだな。なんつうか。なんていうかさっぱりだ。
Welcome to crime, romance, and biographies of famous. Be welcome and.
A golden pendant hangs around the woman's neck in the shape of what looks like a tiny fish head trapped in amber.
ペンダントね。
I am the proudest owner of our little shop.
She has fine-tuned her voice to find the most welcoming approach for attracting new customers.
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Wonderful. Did you talk? Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how
Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the
あ
store.
あ、まあここは娘、アネットちゃんを、立てる意味で10にしとくか。とても礼儀正しくて頼りになる子だ。
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
ベタ褒めしとくか。これ、さっきの話のおかげで、この爪の話が出てきたのかな。ちょっと言ってみるか。怒られるかな。
God. Ugh. I've told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit. She'll get over it. Anxiety is a
まあ
part of
癖のことは
life.
知ってるのか。
A part of hers too.
不安では言っ
Clearly.
てるのか。
She can, if she has enough willpower.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
キムさんも、助立ちしてきたの。それは確かにそうだ。市場でも間違いなくそういうことが求められている。だから自分の娘くらいは多めに見てやってもいいんじゃないか。うん。
She stands stiff and severe, silently fuming.
怒ってるね。
Tenor
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there.
ちょっと後悔してるぞ。
There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All
ああ、な
this
る
stress.
ほど。
It sounds like both the husband and the mother treat her the way she treats Annette.
うんうんうん。あー
Oh, well, My mother was horrible, of course. Absolutely.
My husband is completely different, of course.
なんか全然事件と関係ないところに深く立ち入っちゃってるけど大丈夫なんか。夫は全然本屋さんの家庭事情のことなんてどうでもいいんだけどもうでもここまで立ち入っちゃったし、もうちょっと付き合うか。もう学校に行ってないと聞いたけど。
She's been too busy helping me here. So she studied. I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children.
Exactly.
Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Courant. It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighbourhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it. Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner.
なるほど。
The woman looks aloof. Her features much softer. Occasionally she...
Goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself.
She smiles and nods, seeming...
なるほど。まあ何かできたわけではないけど、まあちょっと母親がアネットのことを思いやるようになってくれたんならよかったかな。
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games.
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist Browbritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family.
知らないボードゲームの話してるけど。
Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends or family?
ああ。俺に友人はいるんだろうか。
Are you actually friends? Or just colleagues thrown together by circumstance?
Friends are technically like family. For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations.
買ったらできんのかな。
It'll cost 12 real.
そこまでは作り込んでないかな。わかんないな。
Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts. That they have
an endless variety of source books, lore books, and there's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art. The Hunters of Cataract, Boreal Creature Compendium,
この辺って全部あるのかな。実際にあるやつなんか。
adventure game book titled
それともこのゲームの創作なのかな。
Cavern of Velkrag. There's a box that says Wirral, 3rd edition nonsense.
25リアル。たか。借金返さなきゃいけないしね。
I can't talk right now.
You just can't win.
Math. It's really difficult. Oh, I found something while you... I thought this would fit you.
お、リック・ミューレンの帽子だ。
Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does. Just what Dick Mullen would ask. I got it from behind the curtains. I'm not really supposed to go there. Yes, just like the one Dick Mullen wears all the time. Right, I have to get back to my homework now.
帽子くれた。あ、かっこいいやつじゃん。あ、いいっすね。百科事典プラス1だ。はいはいはいはい。まあ、アイテム手に入っただけでも、やった価値あるか。
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series.
Oh, crime, robberies, murder. You're a police officer, apparently.
Crime fiction is a disgrace. And these books greatly overstate the excitement of police work. What's more, they complete not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. You see, Dick Mullen on the... A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the murder house.
これすごい文章量だな、このゲームマジで。
Dick Mullen, an obvious lie. Dick Mullen in the clock tower. The ordeals of Dick Mullen. Oh no. Turns out he faked it. Yes. There's also
ああ、事件を解決するために自分の死を偽装したよう
Farewell,
な。
my Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series.
シャーロック・ホ
The
ームズとか
morbid
を
tales
あれにしてん
of
のか
Dick
な
Mullen. A dark tide
元にしてんのか
turns.
なわかんない。
Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. And
もういい
come
もういい
on,
もういい。
this is not the way.
Come on, Chester. Tell the story again.
誰
Again? Man, I tell that one at least once a month. It's not.
The fuck it is. And these guys haven't heard it. You see, Chester.
Gosh, why?
A very fucking dangerous case.
Yeah, sure came close. Alright, so I was tailing this guy called Francis.
After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick
ビ
Mullen?
ッグミューレンとは何者なんだ ダメ
Your
か
attempt to grasp at the answer fails. It seems very close.
全くわけがわからんな。
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of famous people.
全部あるんだな、
You
こうい
see
う
a
の。
large variety of names. No,
I would say. The Greatest Innocence, yes. A very influential historical figure. But the book is also very daring. The author aims to re examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system. Perhaps for a layman. Certainly, it's proof.
you feel like you should get this one. Definitely.
この辺の
It's
本って買
important,
ったらどうにかなんのか
There's something personal inside.
多分メインとは全然関係ないんだろうけど。
Several maps have been attached. The maps look old and faded. Your eye This large map displays archipelagos. Ozon, Laurentide, Fas Alamir, archipelagos.
こ
In
の
the
辺のや
northeast,
つは
a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou.
まあ世界観のあれかな。説明というか、
You
補足というか、
radiating outwards
や
from
つ
you.
なんだな
The suzerain river shore. With a radius of 80 kilometers, still the crown jewel of this Isola. You can, on
い
Caillou
やもうわからんわから
river
ん
shore, a single
情
black
報量
star
多すぎてもう全然理解できない
on Ozone, from lost little pearls of light, tiny fires. The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing
この辺は別に
connections to
覚える
other
必要はない
worlds.
か
Words past, you have little idea what they are. Distant stars, perhaps they are gods. Gods of the north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the river Esperon. To the east, rolling hillside, Le Jardin, Houdon. It's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People, it's so
全
small
く入
you
って
can't
こん
even
頭
see
に
it on the map. No, wait. No, Coal City is worse. A charred limb. No, this is somewhere to be. It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. Still, it's detailed.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez they're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map, that old thing, it's an out-of-date map of a tourist from when some design studio people tried to. They didn't get that far, for some reason.
地図を描いた絵
It's
90
a
点
shame
と
the
か
project never got going. Would be nice if someone
買わ
fixed
ずに
Martinez
盗む
up. All these ruins are bad for business.
直球来たな直球で解決できる選択肢来たけどまあさすがに犯罪はねまあ90セントなら頑張れば買えそうではあるけど
This bookstore is not strictly about crime. Amidst the point of the book, and many others on it serves platitudes, while wholeness, unity, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because various paranatural.
Sir, I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing.
なるほどねいやすごい情報量やったな本屋さんだけで何一つ頭に入ってこなかったけどだいぶ時間過ぎたな12時になっちゃった2時間ぐらいおったんかここに孤独な旅路はあれかそろそろ下で調べられるかなまた全然操作が進んでないんだよなそもそも
There he still is, looking right through
あ、
with
83%
his
だ。
white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated
さっきの
to
思考
that
の
corpse
あれ
smell.
か、あれのおかげ
Emitting
で
it is all it does now.
だいぶマシになったのか。でもこれでも 100% じゃないから失敗する確率はあるんだよ。いくか。
As you
OK。
breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run.
They do after 7 days, yes.
The man before you is naked,
ようやく済んだな
but
話
for a
が。
pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish,
下着とブーツ
marbled
だけ
with
か。
decaying
変わってるね。
veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest
これ
and
タトゥーか。
shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world. Protruding comically from this, dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode. From the organ underneath the curdled meat there is an expression, not carried on his features, but below, inside, an expression of pleasure. This man was experiencing joy at the moment of his
死の
death.
瞬間、喜びを経験した。お、いけそう。お、66だ。すごいな。下行って話してるぞ。
Into the wild pale yonder. In the past. I'm a joke. There is nothing funny about jokes either. A killer. A motherfucker.
人殺し。
And a killer.
Takes one to know one.
Go ahead, Cobbo.
これ、なんだマジで死体と喋ってんの？
What do you mean? It's the power of your imagination.
ああ、そういうことか。
Go ahead. Ask me more questions. Because you're a copperoonie.
コッパルーニ。
Look at all of them go. Here you go, you loony. Fuck no. You're between you and me. Your name is probably
ハリー。
Harry. You might be onto something there. Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
いや、俺はラファエル・アンブロシウス・クストーだけど。
Listen to yourself.
違うんだ。
You're not a Raphael anything.
本当にハリーな
You're
の？
probably just Harry or good for you. Because you have. Do I remind you of someone? No, not quite. You sure I got out of that one. Coppellini.
Oh.
Maybe I was getting my rocks off. Do I look like an erotic auto-asphyxiation type to you? Captain Coppodromo, I fear we are drifting away. Maybe I was It's a mishmash, Coppabolo. You think I'm Messinian, don't you? Well, I'm not from Messina, am I? My hair is too light a shade of brown.
まあ、死体と会話してる時点でかなりあれなんだけど。
Racist.
死体と会話してる時点でかなりあれなんだけど、その会話すらなんか噛み合ってないというか、何を話してるのかさっぱりわからんっていうか。
You think I am. You think I was a racist because this lump look. I know what this means. Maybe I was getting my. It's a mishmash. No. My hair. Yeah, well. He seems to think. I know what this means.
よくわかんねえ
More
な。
questions.
何もわかんないな。
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso. From the right shoulder to the solar plexus, his corpse is marked by stars.
星々が刻まれた下。
Alcohol? Your fist clenches suddenly. Decay is creeping on the tattoo. Already, most of the canvas that's holding it has darkened. Now, It disintegrates slowly, letting out a stink.
夜空の星図、電子基板、民族由来の模様。夜空のようにも見えるけど。
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great Century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
特殊なものか。
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice.
So am I.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open.
A Trigat Sunshine. Mini.
Try got Sunshine Mini.
Shit, Kuno!
An instant color camera.
インスタントカラーカメラ。なるほど。
This is the first time he openly acknowledges the kid's existence.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
ほうほうほう。スマホとかはない世界なのかな、まあ、警察がこういうものを使ってるってことは。
In case we need it. Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it? It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. Sure, just don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
タブからアイテムの詳細確認できると。今無理か。
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts. Oh my, there's something on the belt. A familiar word that speaks to the thirst within you. Vermilion, in yellow letters, along the length of the twisting cargo belt. Only a deep longing for vermilion golden spirits lets you decipher the fading logo of the local brewery.
Extremely. Industrial strength. The kind used for tying cargo to lorries.
Like in a circus. When the circus leaves town and they tie a black spotted giraffe to the wall of a carry pen.
港で使われたものか。
Yes, it looks like they use whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating themselves.
まあそれだけで公安労働者が吊るしたというのは安直すぎるか。どうやってあそこまで持ち上げたんかね。
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt. Buckle closes. It's what I would do. Seems easier than climbing up there. I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes. Motivated by the ongoing strike.
No. You feel like it was something else. But what?
Yes, it often is. This bed worries me. It's not merely polyester, it's steel reinforced. This makes getting him down much more problematic than I had.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark, delicate and fragile. They feel the cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. His torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue. The material appears delicate and fragile. They feel alien to the world.
They're armor, no boots. Technically speaking, these are sabatons.
サバトンか。RPG でよくあるサバトン。
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel.
先進的なア
This is
ーマー
advanced
か。
stuff.
アーマーの一部なら残りの部分は地元民に奪われたか。
piece by piece.
少しずつ
He's
ね。
been out here for 7
ああ、
days.
そういう意味か。
It would be odd if they didn't.
じゃあなんでブーツは奪われなかったんだろう。
We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor could yield in.
If you wear those pieces, it will help me protect your mortal coil.
元からブーツだけだったという可能性は。
No, he must have worn something precious underneath his clothes. They've removed all his clothes to get to it. They did not just strip him for the putrid rags. Someone could have cleaned the yard, but that's a question for.
I hear you, cop, talking shit about the Kuno. Come here and say it. You wanna fuck me, huh? You wanna fuck?
They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre.
What? Are you trying to?
Kuno, this boots shit is super boring, and the guy's a total vitupaz.
この材質はなんだか場違いに見える。
It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to for a full set, about 4 years.
装備一式でだいたい給料4年分。失敬するか。ブーツに向かってうなずく。だいぶ高価だ。
As a wage, it's regrettably small. But for a piece of hardware, yes, that's a lot. That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
警備員が買えるレベルをはるかに超えていると。
A small bell-like sound. Suddenly, your biceps coil up. Your elbow is sharp and cocked for a punch. Your fist connects to the boot with the same ding.
Did you hear that? A click?
Oh.
This is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads the incoming energy horizontally from plate to plate. When the plates connect, there's a click. That's the sound you heard.
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate like the scales of some ancient white monster, cracked and pearly.
脱がせられるか。
This feels dangerous. Are you sure?
危険な予感がいたします。やろう。
The stench fills your nostrils.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
ダメか。
You're about to pull his head off.
遺体の首がちぎれそうか。やっぱダメか。
Do it, homo!
俺は死体の首をちぎりかけてる。だろ最高。最高すぎる。
Pull his head off. There's no point performing an autopsy. What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
なんか手がかりがあるかもっと思って。
Maybe we should concentrate on what's outside the boot and leave. There's no way you're getting them off.
あ
All the
あ、
organic matter in his
この
body
ブーツ
has
は脱が
been
す方法は
flowing
ない。遺
down
体の
into
内
the
臓という内
boot.
臓がブーツの
They
中
are
に流れ込ん
fused
で。
to
あ
his
あ、なる
feet
ほどね。
now. Why did
脱がせられなかったから取らなかったん
There's
だ
a。way to peel them off. But first, the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
いい考えだ。いや、真面目にやろう。
All right then. You can pay the hostel bill in honor points. How many honor points have you? Of course there aren't. You still feel as though there might be some honor points. And if there are, you've surely earned one.
そういえばお金の問題も解決しないんだったな。
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But
the cadaver slowly twists on the... As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands...
How should I know why you are squinting, officer?
顔と両手がピンク色、太ももも他の部分は緑がかっている。
Oh. You are trying to assess lividity.
The monster comes back into focus. An explosion of color.
So, what do you think?
この男は死んでると思う。当たり前なんだよ。
A pool of blood and feces has eaten
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
Maybe. I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
ああ、そうか。そういえばこのガキどもが下に向かって石を投げてるんだったら。
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
I think he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered in his hands and feet. The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. That's what I think.
キムさんはだいぶ賢そうだな、さすがに。
There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first. I agree.
どうかな。
There are crow's feet in his eyes.
Totally dead.
完璧に死んでる。デッダディデッドデッドデッドなんだそりゃ。
No siree.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your...
Of course. You have questions, don't you? The power of your imagination.
死体とはこれ以上なんか喋ることあるか
Maybe I was getting
な。
my rocks off. I know what this means. Do I remind you of someone? Sure I do. Because you have. Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my
なん
frank
か聞き
manner,
逃してる
of
かな。
course. You have questions, don't you? Because you're a copperoony. Coming right up.
Oh.
Copperoony,
あるな。
Rooney. Love did me in, Brother Corpo. It was sure, Lobo. Looking at my face, motionless. Looking into my eyes. Standing here.
まだあれだったな。
Why are you investigating my murder?
聞ける話があったか。
I am all you have. Then you truly lost it all, brother. Let the world drag it all away from you. Because you have. Because you're lost, Coppo. Because coming right up. Copper room. Sure, Loba. Looking at my face.
経験値だ。
Something is on its way. Something hidden. It's coming. A miracle from the northwest. And it's almost here.
なんのこっちゃ。
You can feel it in the air.
よくわかんないな、この。
The cold spring air smoothing them over.
よくわかんないな、この会話のシステムが。
Fuck no. No, you don't. Between you and me. Into the wild. In the pub. I'm a joke. A killer.
Takes one to know one.
Go ahead. Cop. What do you mean? Ask me more
もういいか。
Come back later, Cop.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
もういいか。だいぶ選択したよな。
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. His torso covered in the
Why
hand.
you
Oh
there?
my, there's something on the belt. A familiar word that's... It's hard, but somehow...
Industrial strength.
Like in a circus. When the circus...
Yes, it looks like they use whatever was on hand, paying no attention to nothing.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt.
まあ選択肢はいっぱいあるからちょっと
and
なんとも
torso
言えないっ
covered
ちゃ
in
言えないけ
tattoos.
ど。
An intricate web of blue lines. The hangman's knot is pulled. Oh my, there's something vermilion in yellow letters.
No, you should not. Industrial...
Like in a circus.
No. More like in...
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt. The material, delicate and fragile.
Their armor, no ceramic plate, under the heel. Fair weather.
The cadaver slowly
まあいっ
twists
か。
on
下
the
ろす
cargo
か。
belt.
The steel
おすげえ、
reinforced
70
belt
経験値
presents a unique challenge.
スキルポイントが不
I
得
brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting it.
ああ、なるほど。枝を切るのはどうだろう。
Climb up there and saw the branch? I don't trust that ladder. The assailants didn't use it. It's rotten and less sturdy than it looks. And I don't... Honestly, I prefer a non-acrobatic solution to this. There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees. Someone else? You mean like the police? Sadly, yes. The whole RCM is out there right now. Doing... I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
銃で撃ってベルトを切れないか？
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
ベルトを切れないか、銃弾では。
Yes, the buckle, where it ties the cargo belt to the tree. If the shot hits that, then there might be a small chance.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Don't miss! The pig...
The lieutenant is undecided. On one hand, he
彼は
wants
銃を撃っ
to
てみた
shoot
いと
some
思ってるが、
gun.
一方で恐ろしくバカなアイディアだとも思っている。
Awfully
ああ、そうなん
stupid
だ。
idea.
自分で撃つという選択もある。刑事に撃たせるという選択もあるか。俺が決めるか。
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said.
I'll blow his head off.
Take it!
Yeah, take...
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant
やるのか？
unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks.
やるん
He
だ。
then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
ここは黙っとくか。
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air.
God damn it.
ダメか。
He feels bad about it. About his eyes mostly. Just having
ああ、
bad
単純に
eyesight.
外したか。
Probably from a young...
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
どうしよう。もう一発出せるか。
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains
ダ
uncompromised.
メか。
Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that.
Kuno's sorry too.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word. Just looks at the gun
撃ちたそうだ
in
けど
his
な。
hand.
もう一発ダメ。
No, we are any more mistakes.
気合い入れろ。
Remain collegial, officer.
ダメ
It
か。
was an honor. I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him
ダ
down
メか。
without assistance.
俺が撃ってみるか。
It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks here.
Oops.
This is the sorriest pair of...
Officer, why do we only have one gun?
あれ、俺もしかして銃なくしてんのか。
That is even more unfortunate than the badge. You need to contact your station about it as soon as possible.
なかなかやばいよな
We're not off to a good
それ考えると。
This missing gun business is making your hand tremble.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana poika! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth!
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno?
Kuno is silent. Aggression gathers in the air. The trigger feels delicate and ready to break under your finger.
やってみるか。
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in the mouth? At least you won't miss.
これはダメそうっすね。 左目を閉じる。
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
これはダメそうかな。空脳星に銃を向けてみるか。
Do it! Set me free!
You feel as though it would be dangerous to set this creature free.
なんかやばい展開になってきたら。
The cosmos.
Don't.
Do it!
撃てるんだ。やばそう。まあさすがにね。
Intense shit, copper.
Fucker waved his gun! It wasn't intense, it was pathetic!
さすがにダメそうやな、8%は。しかも挑発に反応したせいでマイナス1判定か。さすがにやめとくか。
The lieutenant takes the gun carefully from you and holsters it. His
Fucking pussy didn't shoot shit, did he?
didn't shoot me. There is sincere disappointment on her face.
We need to access the harbor and ask the leader of the Union to have it taken down. They have the tools, and they have men. I did not want us to be indebted to Everard Clare. I wanted us to be able to deal with it ourselves. That is clearly not the case. We need help.
You need to suck my dick! Why the fuck am I still alive?
イブラートは組合のボスか。
The leader of the Union. A dangerous and corrupt man. One you don't want to be
腐
indebted
敗した
to.
危険な男で借りを作るべき相手じゃないか。
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
17%か。
Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails, all over the yard.
お、金だ。マグネシウムだ。回復アイテムか。レベル。おー、これはどこに振ればいいか全く見当つかんよな。さっきの銃で行くとここか。運動能力か。知覚とかも結構重要そうだけどな。なんとも言えないよな。まあ、生死伸ばす方向で行くか。せっかくだし。に視力でも上げてみるか。まあ上げたからといってわかんねえなもうわかんねえわ。共感レベルが低いと人を不快にさせてしまうか。あ、無生物に生命が吹き込まれる。衣類と会話ができるようになる。その前に精神病院送りにされる可能性もある。なるほど。今死体と話せたのはこれがあったからなのか、もしかして。わかんねえな。わかんねえな。 まあ石力上げとくか。ちょっとわかんなすぎるなこのゲームマジで。ああ、タトゥーにどんな意味があるのか解読できる人間がいるかもしれない。2人くらいに聞いてみるといい。どれがメインの、タスクみたいなとかはないんだな。全部同じ扱いか。タスクはタスクで。家路もまだまだか。こいつずっと石投げてんじゃん、死体に。
Yes?
So you tried to kill Kuno's girl? What's up with that? You want to talk about it? What? Bitch! You fucking making excuses for yourself now?
Not all of us. Act.
No one's moving anywhere. Do this shit again. Kuno knows where you sleep. The pig who fucked his... But you and Kuno are good for now. Pals? Shoot that shit at Kuno. And you're back in business with...
Kuno is a merciful king,
仲良くなったぞ。
kind to his wayward subjects.
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno. No, it's not fucking Kuno.
He thinks you're fucking for Kuno. He says you climb.
Get the fuck out of here, pig. Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there. Look it up in the library. Kuno's not a fucking dictionary. Fucking small brain. Kuno means the gardener, alright?
マジか。なんかいろいろ聞けるようになったな。
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno, look. Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just... Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. The fuck about it? Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. Kuno's fucking's got one big thing wrong with him. Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak.
Oh, come on. He's just pretending that he doesn't care because he's too small for the...
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big.
ヘルメットをこいつが持ってたのか。
Kuno kicked that shit in the
海に捨てた。
rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno. Yeah? That shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk.
結構重要な話が出てきたな。
You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The, yeah, cocking boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows. So yeah, he's the one you wanna talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor.
Yes.
なるほど。
This troubadour has it. You can...
Fuck are you talking about? What is this contusion shit?
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniffing. This is Kuno's
もう
kingdom.
話が
Kuno fucking rules
話が
here.
通じねえ。
You hear the lieutenant hum. He's thinking the kid has amassed quite the vocabulary of law enforcement terms.
Me and my partner are wondering.
Kuno erupts into laughter. An unfortunate choice of words, the lieutenant from Precinct 57 thinks. He looks at the harbor walls looming overhead. He could...
Kuno's fuck
End of conversation.
probably climbed. You heard Kuno. I don't know. Mesk or Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis. Just a couple...
Yeah, you tell the
Fuck you.
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Words are fucking shit. Make you stupid. Your test.
Get lost.
Kuno doesn't...
なるほど。まあアーマーの話は聞けたか。 そんでどうするかって話だな。
Hello again, officer. Oh, okay.
あとじゃあ港に行って協力を得るか。
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the...
This is the Caprice Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox
これが
and the
車
radio
な
if
の
you'd
か。
like.
随分な作りだ。
Motor carriage, motor carriage. Something bad with the motor carriage. A dark lump.
The Caprice motorcar does provide most of our patrol vehicles, yes. A motorized vehicle, officer. I'm sure you are familiar with the concept.
これが
We've
デ
had
モ
these
始め
for
てもう
nearly a
1世紀
century.
近く経っている。1世紀近くこれか。おー。なるほど。
Nothing, nothing. It's probably nothing. Forget I brought it up. Please proceed with the carefree lollygagging. In the cabin, you see a set as you tap on the gauge. The indicator pin jerk.
There's no use pressing the heat button.
Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC.
なるほど。
The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch, a metallic drawer, slides out.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of...
He's clearly a little protective of his
これ
tools.
工具は手に入んの
But what can you do? The pry bar
バールを
feels
手に
nice
入れ
and
た。
cold in your hand. Cold and heavy. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The
おうチェーンカッ
handles
ターも手に入れ
are
た。
long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your
これ
hand.
も全部もらっていこうか。
It's robust,
懐中電
weatherproof,
灯。
and well made. Lets you see the pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge, a metallic drawer, the pull-out toolbox, the frequency tableau, the soft purr of electrical kittens.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
1、2はかなりふざけてる。まあ3で。
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
そうだ、シルビー、第一発見者か。聞いてみるか。
Of course. What is her number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
Officer,
Oh,
I have
it's not
Sylvie
what-
Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
どうしようかな。2はちょっとなんか、2で行ってみるか。シルビー前に会ったことがあるような。俺だ、ワーリング・イン・ライクスにいた刑事だよ。
Oh, right. Hello, officer.
あ
What can I do
あ
for you?
やっぱ顔見知りではあるんだ。
You can hear resentment in
怒
her
ってい
tone.
るようなこう、
She's not thrilled to be talking to you again.
再びお前と話せることを喜んでいる様子ではない。
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out.
そ
No
れはな
question
さそう。
about it.
まあ、とりあえず通報したのはあんたかから聞いてみるか。
No,
あ、違う
not me.
誰が通報したかわかるか
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around
銅
here.
線泥棒に電話
Copper
線を
thieves
盗まれ
take
た。
the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in it.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer.
ではな
It
ぜ
just
通
might
報
take
し
a
なかっ
while.
た
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the court.
なぜここで組合が出てくる
No one calls the police. The union would get angry.
組合の怒りを買ってしまうもの。
You know, what the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone
あ
here.
あ、まあ本当に組合の力が強い場所なんだな、ここは。
Garbage.
ちょっとキム聞いてみるか。本当なのそれは。
Legally, no.
法律的には違うが現実はそうか。
Martinez is de facto policed by the dock worker.
Words are not necessary to feel the lieutenant's
でそれを不満に思っ
discontent
て
for
る
the
と。
situation.
ちょっと強引に聞いてみるか。
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Push her further. No, don't push her. It sounds as if she's about to cry.
でもこれ以上何も知らなさそうではあるよな。あんまり詰めるのもかわいそうか。
The other people who live around here. Local people,
Her voice is resigned and weak.
面倒って何のことだ。
You don't live here. You don't
ああ、
understand.
密告者は疎まれると。
Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with. Please, I just didn't want any trouble.
ああ、わかった。引き下がるか。
You do? What else can I do for you? Yeah, go on.
まあ、辞めた理由も聞くか、じゃあ。
You mean why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable
そのことに
discussing
ついてあなたとは話したくないんですよ。俺に関係あるのかな。
I,
ある人から離れたかった
let's
と
just
だけ言
say
って
I
おく。
left because I needed to get away from
ある人っ
someone.
て
You know who?
わかるでしょ。
You think you hear a sliver?
俺のことか。
Don't be paranoid. She's obviously talking about someone else, not
俺
you.
のことか。
I really don't want to talk about this.
え
Let's just forget about this, okay? Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now.
なるほど。俺の銃を見なかったか。
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone
あ
saw
なた
your
がクー
cool
ルな
gun
銃はもうみんな
detective.
見た。
You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and...
Sounds like it's going to be bad. Do you really want to know?
なんか以前の俺は割とダメな人間っていうかあんまり良くない人間だったのかな。
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started
ぽい
making
ね。
suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Some poor sod was trying to eat his pudding while you were screaming, spit flying, imitating the mercy
ああ、
shot
これはなかな
right
か最
next
悪
to
です
him.
ね。
Spat some in his food. I don't think he touched it after. People tried to back away from you
みんなお
or
前から
even
距離を
slip
取ろう
out
として
of
い
the
た。
door. But you screamed, I am the goddamned
ああ、
law,
なるほ
and
ど。
you have to listen to me. You are all suspects in a murder investigation.
なるほど。あまり立派な人間ではなかったみたいですね、やっぱり。なるほどな。何と言えばいいかわからん。
Me neither.
なんで自殺するなんて言ったんだ。この世界を見てみる。俺はここにずっといたいぞ。この辺の選択肢はよくわからん。
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead.
銃の次にはお金を見せびらかして
Big
た。
bucks cannot lie, and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns.
金を持ってたのか、俺。
It almost looked like you pawned it.
質屋にでも入れたみたい
Believe。me, I did not ask.
さすがにここでデートに誘うのはまずいか。でも誘ってみるか。
No, absolutely not.
気力減った。嫌なことがあると気力減るんだな。いいえ、絶対にお断りです。と。即断られたか。
I do hope so. Please don't call me again. Bye.
いけるか。
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the whirling in
聞きたい。
rags.
なんか怒らしたんだよな。
I'm not mad. It's just you were so drunk and
す
so
ごく酔っていて
emotional
ひ
all
ど
the
く感
time,
情的だっ
and
た
then。
それからカモメのことがあっ
just
て。
made me want to quit.
カモメ
The stuffed bird, the great stewer. You threw it against the wall.
俺が壁に投げつけたんだ。
Fuck that bird and laughing like a maniac. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there.
なんだって俺はいつも全部壊しちまうんだ。
It was a pretty bird. there since I started working in Whirling. I will.
There's genuine sadness in her voice.
Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever
ああ、
seen.
今まで最悪のお客だったんだ
So
俺
many
は。
assholes in this place.
なるほど。
I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every... Well, you were worse than all of them. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No, We Go On by the OO. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody.
なるほど。
To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me
なんでこんなことしてたんだ
understand.
ろうな。
I had no idea what you meant. And then screamed something about how you're a piece of shit human being and why does anyone even let you work as a policeman? That you'd fire yourself, but you can't even do that.
そりゃ強烈だな。
And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police
ああ、
documents.
トイレに
causing water damage
書類を詰まらせた
downstairs
せい
in the
で。
kitchen.
うわぁ、最低だ。
I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to
カラオケを
sing
するって脅
karaoke,
したり。
threatening to kill yourself. The one.
それをどこにやっ
Damn
た
it! I don't remember what I did to your damn papers.
She's worried she might have accidentally done something bad. Then she remembers it's you.
Especially when there's a hurricane loose, it's your fault for losing them.
Something in you wants to immediately forget about this, as if there was a reason you threw them away.
書類を捨てたのには理由があったかのように。なるほど。
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst.
謝ってこ
I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never
う。
happened.
歌を探してるんだ。
All sorts of things.
ディスコ
From
とかロック
disco,
とか。
rock too. Which one would that be? Sad? I think the one you mean is the smallest church in San Sans. Richard, that write-up.
Interesting. You still have to find it, however.
こんなもんかな。
You hear a sigh of relief
お、ス
from
キル
the
ポイント
other
手に入れ
end of the radio.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
あとは、お金が欲しいのと拳銃をなくした件か。
Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white...
10-4, what's your status? Over.
直前の質問のステータスには階級状況などの意味がある。これは状況の意味に解釈した上での返答。なるほど。まあ英語じゃないと分かんないよな。
10-18, 10-20, over. 10-18, 10-20. State your message, sir. Over.
身分証の紛失を報告したい。経済的支援が必要。個人情報について聞きたいことがある。聞いてみるか。
10-4, your badge should have most of your personal details. 10-9, repeat message. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain.
10-22, the captain? This sounds bad.
怒られるやつかな。
Is it him? What does he want? Says he lost his badge and needs... He what? He lost his badge? This is Communication Officer Jules. You mean your partner? Over.
俺の相棒
What is he saying?
ジャン・ビクマール。
He's asking who you are. I'm his goddamn partner. It's your partner, Satellite. Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge?
おー。
Who lost his badge?
チェスター・マクレン。
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
頼むよ、ふざけるのよせと伝えてくれ。重大な事態なんだ。
He's asking you to stop. Says this is serious. Of course it's serious. He lost his fucking badge. Satellite Officer Vicmar concurs. Losing your badge is serious. Over.
まあ、そりゃそうだよな。
He says this has probably... Oh god damn it. Satellite Officer Vicmar is wondering...
Mullen dicked us.
まあ先進めるか。
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
経験値30、バッジを見つけ出せ。
Fuck me! Mac, come in!
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his
スーパー
badge.
デカ。
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge. He asks you to please...
Why? Did he find it?
Sergeant Person was wondering if you...
You don't have a comeback. Sorry.
なんだ
It's
この
hard
会
to
話は。
think like this.
もう何も言わない。
He's not replying. Looks like he's 10-9, come again. I didn't get that.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost.
10までなくしちまったんじゃないかってな。なくしてんだよな。
Sergeant Person wants...
Oh, fuck.
10-1, you're breaking up. 10-9, come in, officer. Over. Come in, officer. 10-9, repeat message, please.
住居なくしたんですか。そうだ、どうぞ。
He says he doesn't have it.
Dear God, he lost his gun. Oh my, I can't.
This isn't really a laughing
笑い
matter.
事じゃないよな。実際。
Mac can face a giant of Coco Nur by himself. But Disco here made him piss his pants.
Oh, I can't. Fuck.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia.
Now is a good time to say fuck and ass and so on. That'll make this all right.
ひどい選択肢があるな。弾もなくしちまった。
He acknowledges your joke and asks you to lay off.
Lay off. Lay off.
Satellite officer.
聞こえたよ。探してるって。
10-4, affirmative. Officer is in pursuit of his...
Oh God,
Officer, do you need further assistance?
あとお金がいります。
10-4, I hear you.
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything.
Alright, that's a negative on the
追加
additional
資金はない
funds.
か。
Over.
寝る場所もないんだよ。
He says he's in trouble. Doesn't have...
Well, I guess he'd better crack the case before...
Vigmar said...
Who cares what this Vic
同情を引くのだ。
Pull on their heartstrings.
嫌な指令が出たな。
Enough, officer. This begging is below your dignity.
まあ、調査資金ってことにするか。
He says it's important to...
He isn't getting a red cent. You can...
Request denied, sir.
ダメ
Nothing is
か。
working.
何一つうまくいかねえな。諦めるか。
Anything else, sir? Over. Roger that. 10-10.
18 kilometers to the south, in the 41st Precinct's relay booth, a small crowd has gathered. The small room is filled with cigarette smoke, a buzz with laughter.
What is going on here? Did something happen?
What happened is my partner made contact. It's not good.
Mac, the torso Torson, is finger fucking his fist, laughing.
Yeah, Mullen was fucked, all right.
Yeah, Mac's right. This was some gnarly shit there.
Enough! None of this is funny. It's fucking sad. That's what it is.
We must help him.
まあ正直身分証も銃もなくした刑事とかやばすぎるからな。
Yeah? How do you fucking plan to do that, huh? Get him off the drink? Go jogging with him in the morning and get him on...
I just know we can't give up on him when he's at his weakest. He wouldn't.
Mac, man the door. You know what he told me? I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. Those were his
なんか
words.
問題を抱えてたみたいだな。
This shit does not leave this room.
I guess I can hold off the report for a few days.
Good. Okay, everybody.
Far north, on the other side of the motorway, the officer quietly hunches with his hand in the motor carriage.
ああ、なるほど。
Yes? What do you want to know?
ああ、そうだ。小便飛ばしっこ競争だ。
What's there to say? It's the cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city.
ああ、なるほど。
Typical street gang mentality. Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in
な
other
る
words.
ほど。どちらがマルティネーズを取り締まらなければならないかではなく、どちらがマルティネーズを取り締まれるチャンスがあるかで競い合ってると。ああ、なるほどね。
I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest with 102 cases solved.
なるほど。
What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
この事件でどっちが優位かを決めようとしてるってことか。
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary.
この競争を終わらせるために名乗り出たのか？
Yes, I'm an unrepentant spoil sport.
なるほど。マルティネーズの何がそんなに特別なんだ？
Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't...
A tremble comes over you. Another after effect of ethanol poisoning, perhaps. Feels like leaves do when they rustle in the breeze, somewhere far away, below the turbine. The 41st and the 57th.
No.
The lieutenant was right.
Hmm.
Hmm. わからんな、これ。
No. Oh no, it's very imaginable. We fail to place responsibility for the hanging. The harbor company see the situation is out of control, so they bring in private military, maybe a gunship. Local law enforcement solving one little homicide decides nothing. Not solving it can have real and calculable effects. Things can always get worse. Matter of fact, augury, we should move.
なるほど。地元の法執行機関が殺人事件をたった一件解決したところでは、対局には何の影響もないが、解決できないとなると、っていうことか。じゃあ我々がこれを解決しないとちょっと大変なことになっちゃうってことか。
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter.
He's actually glad it's addressed now.
なるほどね。そういう背景もあると。
The worn and beaten wooden plank.
We can sit.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when
あ
Lieutenant
あ、ベンチで
Kitsuragi
時
is
間を進
gone.
められると。なるほど。インタラクトできるところが多いよ。えーっとまあ銃とバッジを見つけるのも必要だし、通報した人間もわかんないし、まあアーマーのパーツはどうだろうな。まあ探した方がいいんだろうね。タトゥーを調べる。まあとりあえず死体を下ろすのが最優先か。じゃあ港に行くしかないのかな。
Have you no shame? Whining about your back. If
René, you're a man with a fucking...
I'm trying to, but you...
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball
何これ
No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
ためらわずに行動する。あー、失敗したか。 72%を外したか。11!
Wrong. Wrong like touching your
ファンブルじゃん。
sister's breast. You threw your sister's breast.
Mon Dieu!
There are no two more harmful words an athlete can hear than
What are you talking about?
with a pinch of
How are you ever going to get the officer's shit off your nose, Gaston? Or even climb out of his ass?
クールに決めようと思ったのがいつものようにしくじってしまった。
the man in the uniform, his merry partner, is the lieutenant is looking at you. His face is expressionless.
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, in Martinez, the union is the law. So can you read? Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you.
This is a man with a lot of past, but little present.
I have really how?
Yes, that's what you.
Honey. Hello, officer. How might I be of? Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. No, officers, I'm sorry. And I really would like to.
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the ghost caviar.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything.
Respect?
I'm not even anyone.
なんか知ってんのかな?
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of union prick he can't even.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not Evrard Claire. Everyone in Martinez knows the Claire brothers. I taught these boys human.
What do you know about history?
The old soldier.
Let's try not to get caught in a cross.
Lest we leave riddled with bullet holes.
ちょっと気に
This
なるね。
animosity is ancient.
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. Oh, yes. Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card. But,
of course he's not a member. He's not a. I hate this socialist rabble. But even siding with them is better than.
Writing work mostly. Okay. Oh, nothing official.
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to.
No, thank you. Sure, officer. No, thank you. For being. I'm sorry, officer, but.
The only one you have.
Oh, that's good. That's very good.
サンドイッチを手放すようガストンを説得する。何のために？謎だな。なんかいいことあんのか、サンドイッチ食って。スキルが高ければできるんだろうけど。
This Postlavantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized.
正面に2発の弾痕がある。
A closer inspection reveals. The box seems happy.
喋らないかな。
Eat shit, pig. Fucked by the coon. And Saint G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore. And best set mailbox also. The mailbox does not know how to manner. It is an.
何なんだこれ。
The box eat shit, pig. Fuck the mail collection box.
お、記録回復した。
Cathartic. Thankfully even.
郵便箱がカタルシスを得て感謝しているように見える。
Then you
なんだこのイベント。
And then suddenly you see it over all the other graffitos. Someone has using the.
こんなイベントで気力が回復することあるんだ。
The box seems happy.
調べるとこいっぱいあるな。特に何かあるわけではないところもあるんだけど。 ルを手に持っていれば空き容器を拾って換金できるかもしれない。なるほど。あ、黄色いビニール袋だ。やった。装備するぜ。どこに？右手？あ、ちゃうわ。これか。これ何？装備すれば暗い場所に隠されたオーブを発見できるってなんだ？オーブってなんだ？やった。もしかしてこのゲームって金稼ぐ方法これ？あ、キヨキヨ拾って売るしかないの？もしかして。そんな RPG ある？さもしすぎるでしょ。こっちが港なのかな？とりあえず。マップが見れるな。ここがハングダマン、漁師たちの小屋、教会。今この辺か？空き置き。この辺は港か。住人専用ドック。この人は
A striking woman
ジェイス・メ
leans
シエ。
against the
ジョイ
cabin
ス・メ
top
シエか。
of her sailing boat, smiling as you.
Good afternoon, officers. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the
取締役
owners
員。
of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
ワイルドパインズの取締役会の代表だって。だいぶ上の立場の人だ。
Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first one who's responded.
What is implied here? That you're a drunk?
ジョイス LL は何の略だ？聞いてどうする？
I meant you, the Revachol Citizens Militia. Dayton, my maiden name.
レイトン、私の旧姓ですか？俺は酔っ払いじゃない、警察官だ。
Of course you're not. It was only a joke.
握手する。
I'm glad to see you here. I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching.
あ、ストライ
Anything
キ
I
の
can
対
do
応する
to
ために来た
assist
ん
the
だ。
RCM in this matter, I will.
リンチの件は
Gladly.
担当外。
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview.
There's a trace of irony in his voice.
皮肉が込められた言い方。
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation and the full...
It's hard to get a read on her precise disposition, but she appears helpful.
そうだね。まあ、いろいろ聞いてみますか。ストライキについてどんなこと知ってる？
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
その非公開情報について知りたい場合はどうすればいいんだ？
First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Elements that gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus.
ネタに触れずにおこう。
I am glad you see it that way. To repeal the act would mean repealing the coalition. But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike.
あんたの役割は？
I believe the official title is Senior Labor
労
Negotiator.
働問題交
In
渉担当
practice,
責任者。
I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
なるほど。
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago. After that, now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter-20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
なるほど。港に立ち入ることすら認めてくれないと。
Let's say I was not making the kind of...
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
12月から始まってたの。
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite
This isn't the first time the
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
どんなことを要求してるんだ？
There are leaflets everywhere and ban every worker, a member of the board.
すべての労働者を取締役会の一員に。これは会社を半分よこせって言ってるのと同義かな？
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal.
Oh,
just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group. They're having a blast. But how can they afford it? After 4 months, I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again.
あんまり現実的じゃない要求をずっと要求してるってことか。
And now, people are getting lynched,
Excuse me, from whom?
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it.
This checks out.
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it? Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see. Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before. And
Sounds like usual aggressive posturing.
クリア氏について教えてくれ。
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the
労働
interests
者の
of
利
the
益を第一
workers
に考
first.
えている。
Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I
そ
have
んなにや
blood.
ばいやつなのか？
He is the most corrupt individual I
最
have
も汚
ever
職にまみれている
seen,
人
and I
物。
deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
彼の腐敗ぶりは群を抜いている。双子のエドガーか。
Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues. The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened.
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
港湾労働者組合はもはや犯罪組織同然です。
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but... And your opinion, detective, if I may ask. I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
実質社会主義を掲げたマフィア。っていうとだいぶこっち寄りになっちゃうか。実際を見てないから何とも言えんけどな。 まあ現段階の情報だけで言えばこれかな。社会主義を掲げたマフィア。
Thank you for being candid. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the wolf always hungers.
選挙で何らかの事件があった。
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the union. She disappeared.
先代の組合のボスが忽然と姿を消した。
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
選挙の最終日に出馬を取りやめる。それはさすがに脅迫か。
Indeed. The company suspects foul play. The point of the presentation is, these...
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
Of course. How else can I help? Quite a few things, I'm afraid.
とりあえずリンチ事件についていろいろ聞きたいな。知ってることがあれば。
The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
身分証
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
ご容赦いただけませんかね。
How curious. Why is that, detective?
Awkwardness washes over the conversation. The woman doesn't like this turn of events.
病気なんで。
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
まあそんな感じ。
I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please.
はぐらかせないか。まあ酒のせいです。
Oh dear. I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional.
Of course, I sympathize. But I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
まあ得意分野だし行ってみるか。どう交渉してこの難局を乗り切ったのか。72%。いけ
She's a negotiator. Just float a favor at her. Insinuate.
餌をちらつかせればいい。
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
You're in, but expect her to...
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason.
ハーブ取引の拠点になっている。
They're profiting from this trade.
組合はそうした取引から利益を得ている。ああ、まあ要するにドラッグか。なかなか腐ってますね。
The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stone, or you can recover your badge. Though if I may be blunt with you,
身
it
分
sounds
証を
like
回
that
収
may
す
be
る
a lost
見込みはな
cause.
さそうに思えるか。なるほど。
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Lonesome.
ああ、思
Long
考習得で
way
きたね。
home. Here we go. Home awaits.
どういう絵だこれ。
Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the...
まあとりあえず、まあボーナスがもらえたからいいか。ポイント自体は何だろう。まああれだけども。まあこれ思考が獲得できたからといってなんかまあなんかあんのかな、わかんないな。まあこの思考を持っていることが何らかのフラグになったりするのかな。 まあわかんないね。
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective. Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance. And,
そういうことか。
not volunteer us to be her henchman.
なるほど。そっちを期待してたんだ。型破りなテクニックでジョイスを揺さぶってくれると期待していたか。なるほど。確かに、このままでは彼女手下になる感じか。俺としてはうまく話せていると思っていたが。
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge.
君が身分証をなくしたことも最初から知っていた可能性があると。
He doesn't let it show, but there is a limit to how much the consequences of your unprofessional behavior can cost the investigation.
どうしよう。でも身分証の行方なんて全く分かってないからな、今。手がかりも何にもないもんね。見つかる可能性なさそうだから3はなし。まあ、ハーブ取引の操作をしないって言ったら話が進まない。まあ、1しかないかな。俺が何とかする。
I'm sure you will, detective.
しないというのはどうだ。
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate.
合理的な疑いがあるなら我々は
Otherwise,
捜査
she
する
could
必
claim
要が
we
あ
are
る。
siding with the union. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done and demand for her information on the lynching.
なるほど。
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
どうしよう。選択肢多いな、ほんとこのゲーム。文章量すごいな。タトについて聞いてみるか。
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie the fourth day to the backstay on this.
She wants to answer the question.
That's the man who was killed. Better not tie the fourth.
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
彼女自身はこの質問に答えたいと思っている。だが契約に縛られてそれが叶わないのだ。なるほど。会社について聞いてみるか。
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as the Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, and that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil, and I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year the...
$1 billion?
Yes, past a certain point, numbers begin to seem imaginary. A conglomerate the size of Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving and growing, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It is they started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samaran, and in centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the great unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it.
大航海時代の話みたいな感じかな。ちょっと違うか。
You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo? There are no minor cogs in the system. Each terminal must be accounted for, lest the entire system break. Every hiccup in such a system means thousands...
With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone.
装備しとくか。15番目のインスリンデ族。この絵何なんだ本当に。不吉すぎるぞ。 もうよくわからん。ここは今考えてもしょうがないところ。今考えてもしょうがないような情報がいっぱい出てきて困るね。一応聞いとくか。教えてくれる人間。
This reality. Ah, yes, the episode.
Don't be phased, madame. He functions perfect.
We may be here a while then. Ask away, officer. I'll help however I can.
でもちゃんと話付き合ってくれるんだ。
Alright, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay?
ここはどこだ？
We're in Martinez, baby. Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten even. Shelled to smithereens during the revolution.
文が多いな。
It has its charms, just not this time of year. I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before, as a teenager. Not a lot has changed. This place used to be a province, a workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its work. The reeds are the real stuff. It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of... Yes, we're on an island.
Vast, lukewarm and unknowable, flowing in and...
Caillou. Imagine a pebble. A smoothed-over pebble amidst a great blue sea, misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the...
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value.
Revachol? The great kind.
As if it's self-explanatory.
History detective. They built this city to resolve history.
あんま興味ないんだけどな、街の歴史とか。
The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Seminine in the DeLorean century. 380 years ago.
すごい量の情報をぶち込んでくるな。かなり作り込まれた世界観だね。
They say it's where the... By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people. I think it's fair to say 22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government in...
Silence. The water, the light. There is no recognition. Only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it.
We are where we are. I have no truer answer to give, unfortunately.
でも思考もらえるんだったらいいか。もらえるんだったらいいかっていうか、話聞く価値はあるよな。あ、スロットがいっぱい。これはどうやって外すんだ？忘れるってなるほど。スキルポイントはいるんだ、アンロックに。これやたらめったらつけてもしょうがないのかな。忘れるとどうなるんだ。あ、忘れるのも消費いるんだ。消費するんだ。マジか。じゃあむやみに思考を手に入れたからといって考え入れちゃうのも考えもんって意味か。どうしよう。じゃあとりあえず今ほっとくか。
This is one thought.
Was there something else?
This has been informative. Thank you, ma'am. Might I suggest not as...
Absolutely. My commitment here is long term.
一つの選択肢からの会話が深すぎる。
That is understandable, but perhaps...
Indeed. I'm always at your... These are unimportant times, Detective. For the big time.
The smile of a predator.
The revolution. It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next. The turn of the century revolution. The revolution began in '02 on the Isla. It wasn't a who, but a what. A pandemic of Zarat, a particularly virulent prion disease, which it made people overthrow their governments. Indeed. Zarat is a highly infectious microorganism that from Revachol and Grad? Not far. The world managed to cauterize itself. Why? You and I, officer.
Something tells you her life and yours are not that similar.
A city-state divided...
The clatter of typewriter keys fills the main hall of the reappropriated silk mill. Precinct 41. Chad Tilbrook.
The zone of control is the third in modernity. They developed the marvels of the inter-eslary communication. Telematic milieus, radiation, colored plastics. Meanwhile, in Revachol West, the aftermath continues for the 43 years. Hard to fathom, I know. The 20s saw a decade of the 30s. No. It was a market mirage fueled by cocaine and quantitative easy. Welcome to reality, baby.
From the looks of it, the 50s haven't been much.
I've no right to be We could have had so much more. Every one of us. If only we played it right. The liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights, I mean everything. Liberals are usually middle-class people. Some were rich enough to stay with the They didn't win so much as survive. To foreign intervention, the coalition, those people really took the mineral rights. The coalition of nations.
There is bitterness in...
The moralists believe, at least not in...
The rulers of Revachol.
This is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took. Technically speaking, you are a moral... Of course. Not easy to... They are what they... Anyway, enough sentimental. Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else? It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients.
Ingredients for...
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be... Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link. The lorries. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the driver. I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
You'll be indebted to her, in a way, but one step ahead of the Union in another.
How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of...
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely.
It sounds like she tried looking into it herself, though she's clearly not the type your typical lorryman would.
Yes?
やるか。
Excellent. According to my reports, it may come to nothing. Or, in the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance. Of course, Detective.
Hmm. まあなんかそのメインのストーリーを追っていく過程で なんだろう、この独自に作られた世界観の解説っていうか、まあ歴史だとか地理だとかの文化だとかの解説が入ってくるから、ものすごい文章量になって、全然頭に入ってこないなあ、なんか。まあ、そういうなんだろう、作られた世界観を知っていくのが好きな人にとってはめちゃくちゃ面白いゲームなのかもしれないけど、なかなかちょっと難しい感じするな。世界観から頭に入れていかなきゃいけないとなるとね。まあ、メインストーリーを追うだけにするかな基本的には。ちょっと、全部の文章を見ていくと、キリがないし、話が追えない、全然。まあ、世界観の作り込みはすごいと思うけどね。それが好きかどうかですごい評価分かれそうなゲームではあるよな。まあ、そんな感じですね。とりあえず1回目のプレイした感想としては。あとゲームシステムが分かりづらすぎる。思考キャビネットが何なのか全然今までよく分かってないし。ちょっと自由度が高すぎる感もあるね。この辺のスキルのあれとか。ちょっと想像以上に難しくて複雑なゲームではあるんだけど。まあ、とりあえずメインストーリーを追っていくようにやっていこうかな。はい。まあ、とりあえず今日はこんなところで終わります。お疲れ様でした。